the home of cricket here in the Czech Republic. This is Phil G, going to be guiding you through match number 3 and day 2 of the Central Europe Cup, with the first match starting any moment now between the Czech Republic, the host nation, and the Austrian cricket team, who had a wonderful day yesterday. Notched a very important win against Luxembourg, then had a bit of a rest in the afternoon, and they're back this morning. And they've got 2 matches on today, the Austrian team, so it's a bit of a hard graft for them. But when you have a tri-series, all 3 teams will have to play 2 matches in one day. Luxembourg had their day yesterday, unfortunately came away with no wins. Bit of a tough day at the office for them. And it's Austria's chance today to start strong against a rejuvenated and pumped up Czech Republic team. I'm joined here in the commentary, as always, by Danny Hudacek, who is standing by to push me out the way and have his say about today's play. Danny, welcome to the ground. Welcome to match number 3, and it's all set for a belter of a game.
Yeah, you're right, Phil, and thanks and hello to everyone. Yeah, this is going to be a great game. I think both teams had a win yesterday over Luxembourg, both pretty convincing actually. Austria looking very, very good as a unit. They've got some handy bowlers, including the man opening the bowling, Iqbal. He opened yesterday. Took a very early wicket against a left-hander. We've got 2 left-handers opening the batting for the Czech Republic in Sabah Divisi, he'll be facing, and Dylan Steyn at the other end. A nice day for cricket as well. No jackets required.
Thank God for that, because we got a little bit cold yesterday morning with the weather. And just a reminder to everyone in the chat there that Austria did indeed win the toss and have elected to bowl first here in this match. Conditions are good, Danny. The cloud's quite high. There's a few dark ones around, but it's interspersed with a lot of blue sky. I think you're going to be in for a great day, and the first delivery is coming your way now.
Oh, good one straight up from Iqbal.
Yeah, that's a cracking start. First ball of the day, just everyone wants to be a little bit edgy, a little bit nervous. It's they all had a good rest at Hotel Duo, our hotel partners, and everyone's here for a bright start. Iqbal impressed us yesterday, and let's see how he goes today.
This one's down leg side, called a wide. First runs on the board for the Czech Republic. Yeah, Sabah Divisi got into the runs a bit yesterday. Got a man of the match as well. Scored about 40, opening the batting against Luxembourg.
That's right.
Batted okay. I think he liked the ball coming on as well. He likes it when it's coming through to him. Comes the bowler again. Oh, another good ball. Just slip in as well. That left him.
Yeah, just beaten neck and crop there, wasn't he? Big hello to Keanu Nolan in the chat, who's our moderator today, looking after the chat, looking after all of you people out there in the chat. Keep it clean, keep it friendly, be positive, respectful, and that's what we like to see. Pose a question to Danny, myself, about anything to do with the CE Cup or with Czech cricket in general. We'll be happy to help you out. Beaten again. Ooh, it's a bit of a just trying to get a feel for the leather on the willow at the moment, isn't he, Divisi? He's not looking to go anything silly, just trying to get a touch, just trying to get a gentle touch and feel good about bat on ball.
It's a bit of a nothing shot again. He's got, I think he likes a bit more width, does Divisi. It's another good ball, good start here from Iqbal.
It looks like he's just getting him for pace here. I think Sabah's just adjusting here in the first over, just to the speed of Iqbal and how it's coming off the pitch.
Yeah, I think you're right. It does do a bit this pitch. We'll move off the seam. Comes again. It's called a wide that time.
Yeah, Iqbal had a good spell yesterday against the Luxembourg team. He took a wicket in his first over, I think around the 3rd or 4th ball, removing a very dangerous Timothy Barker, if I remember correctly. It was a James Barker, actually. It was Timothy Barker, yes. Impressed us greatly yesterday with his speed and his line. Beautiful line.
That's a nice shot. That's 4 runs.
That wasn't the beautiful line that I remember, though. Lovely shot.
It's just slightly over-pitched. And that's a nice shot from Divisi.
Yeah, frees the arms there and gets a score on the board from the bat. And he'll be feeling a bit better now. And let's see if that brings his timing back to where it should be.
Yeah, he's There was a time a couple of years ago where it didn't matter where you bowled to Davisi, he'd put you away. And I think he's learning a bit about his batting, Sutherland Davisi. Still very, very dangerous. Hits the ball nicely and very cleanly. Comes Iqbal again. And it's squeezed out. Just a bit of a crowd catch there. No run.
Yeah, that was a bump ball there, wasn't it? It was a good effort in the field, but yeah, I think the crowd would have appealed for the catch, but I think the players were all aware that there wasn't a chance. And we could tell from this bump ball. That's the end of a very good first over for both teams. Bit of a searching over from Aqib Iqbal. Great over. Subba managed to get one away for a boundary, but yeah, great start to the match. And good thing Keanu points out that one thing all teams will look for is their openers not to get out in the power play. We did have a bit of a situation yesterday where in the first over of both matches we lost an opener. So yeah, no, good spot, Keanu, and well put.
Yeah, for sure. Look, 6 over power play, and you want to get through that. And you can hit over the top of the power play or through the field. There's only 2 men back. And, well, the new bowler from the Chateau end here will be Sahel Zadran, who was excellent yesterday. Bowled with very good pace. Bowled just short of a length.
Yeah, I think he was our pick of the bowlers in the first game yesterday, Danny.
Definitely the pick of the bowlers.
Good.
He'll be bowling to Dylan Stain, who hasn't faced the ball yet. But Dylan likes the ball coming on as well. So I don't think his pace will be too much of a worry. But the bounce might get him. Comes the bowler. It's pretty full. And they'll scamper through for a quick single. Well run there. Ran straight away. Put pressure on the fielder, who slight misfield. That's a Stain off the mark.
The fielder was probably a tad deep there, and I think Stain's early call was well done, and he saw it, and there was a very good opportunity there. And I think yeah, they keep that up. They're going to be putting on a good score. These two, they go well between the wickets. These guys, they have a good history batting together, good recent history batting together, and yeah, I think if they get off to a flyer, I think the Czechs will fancy their chances here against a higher ranked Austrian team.
Yeah, well, that's it. The Austrians are ranked about 10 places higher than both the Czech Republic and Luxembourg. Luxembourg just a couple of places ahead of the Czech Republic, which is a little bit surprising. I think it comes from a couple of good wins against Switzerland, and that's hit to that same fielder again, who does basically the same thing, carbon copy of the previous delivery, bit of a misfield, putting him under pressure. But they're running well at the moment, these two.
It's good to see. Good to see in any batting partnership, 2 batsmen who are in sync and who call loud and early. There's something there for the kids to think about when you're starting your cricket career. Call loud and early.
This one's another full toss. It's through the field. Don't know if it'll get to the boundary. They're racing after it, and it will.
Oh, lovely shot. Yeah, Danny, I was with you there. I thought, no, that'll get overhauled, but the ground's looking pretty quick this morning. That ball just ran away from them.
Well, it's the first 4 of the innings for Dylan Stain, who holds a world record. Phil in Malta. Both openers hit hundreds. They're the 3rd highest opening accommodation.
That's right.
I think they hit 220 against Bulgaria, I think.
I think it was Bulgaria. Yep.
But Dylan Stain has hit 17 fours in that 100, which is a world record. Beat Aaron Finch's record.
That's quite a record to take away from Aaron Finch, isn't it? Number of boundaries in a T20I.
Yeah, look, I mean, Aaron Finch, I think, scored a lot more runs than Dylan as well. I think was
it the 150 something?
150, 160 something. Yeah.
Like that? Yep.
So
yep.
So he's a very correct batsman. Is Dylan, can hit to all parts of the ground. Hit big as well, but I want to keep his wicket, especially against Zadran, who's very good. And that's cut away through the same area. And same result. That's another 4 runs.
Oh.
Lovely square drive.
Yeah, it's a good point, Danny. He's not that muscle, that big power hitter that we see from Riddick or from Sadesh, who will come in a bit later on. But his timing and placement for these 2 boundaries he's hitting this over have been exquisite, been fantastic. I thought the fielder was in with a shot there, almost got a fingertip to it, and as you saw right just over there to the left of us, that ball just ran away from the fielder. Lovely timing.
Absolutely. Look, and the longer these two can stay in, the better it is for the Czech Republic. Come back to that in a moment. Just been pushed out, no run. Because if they can see off these bowlers, especially Sahel Zadran, who was excellent yesterday.
Yeah.
If they can see Zadran and Iqbal out, even though the Austrians do have good bowlings all the way down the order, they'll give these power hitters like Sudesh and Riddick Tomar a chance to really open up with a confident start. And it's been a good start so far, going in 8 and over.
Yeah, it's quite an impressive start. They would have talked about this in the last couple of hours before the lead up to this match, how important it would be for, if they were going to bat first, how important it would be to get a good start against this Austrian bowling lineup, and they've got it.
Oh, it's been edged down to third man for a single by Davisi.
Yeah, I would suggest he didn't know a lot about that edge until it came off. It's good bowling again from Iqbal.
Yeah, it's a good bowler. He did get a bit wayward in his second over yesterday, but he was right on line then. I like these two as an opening pair for Austria with the bowling. They've got a few options. We saw Shahil Momin bowl a very nice spell of left arm around the wicket, off spin.
That's right. Yes, Momin.
He was very impressive as well. Oh, a bit of a dodgy French cut, and keeper gathers it, throws at the stumps, and will scamper through for a single.
Smart play from the keeper there to quickly recover and get the ball to the bowler's end, just in case of a run out.
He's been really good also. I've been impressed with Mihar Chima's wicket keeping. He's very consistent.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Niraj in the chat. He's also looking after some moderating for us there for Czech Cricket. Thank you, Niraj. Good to see you there, buddy.
He's a gentleman, Niraj. Good cricketer too. That's it. Through the gap. That should be 4 as well. They're chasing it down, and it goes over the boundary for 4. Again in that same area. They need to plug that gap, Austria, I think. He's very strong.
Well, that's his third in that space.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're going to have to either get someone a bit squarer who can cut that off, or even get a boundary rider. Sacrifice one of the other men who is currently out, bring him in and put a boundary rider, because he's gotten 12 runs there, 3 boundaries in less than 2 overs. Has Dylan Stain. He's striking it very nicely. His timing is exceptionally good, doing very well.
They put a man out there now.
They've heard us, Danny. I'm telling you.
Just push down to that area as well. It's going towards third man. They should come back for a second. Fairly comfortable, and they've just noticed, I think, that the third man hasn't got the strongest arm.
Yeah, I think so too, Danny. There's a reason I refer to you as super coach, because just after we talked about the Dylan Stain picking up 3 fours, they did place someone down in that position as a boundary rider. And as someone who's actually coached the Czech national team, you've got a lot of experience in this area when it comes to field positions. Bowling to your field is something that we talked about a lot yesterday.
Comes the bowler again. And it's down leg side, hits the pad. Well, won't get anything out of it.
Yeah, we heard something there.
Yeah, it's easier from with a change of perspective. If you're not actually on the ground, you can see where there are gaps, and there is a gap at square leg. So anything down leg side, I think that's where Davisi will try to aim for. He's been bowling well to his fielder. A good offside line. That one, well, in saying that, that's a wide. The one before was down leg side as well.
Yeah.
But down around square leg, there's a big gap, I think. And then over covers, probably the 2 areas that Davisi can aim at. He's strong in both areas too.
Yeah, we saw this bit yesterday with stacking the offside field, and when you look at the leg side with just 2 fielders on the leg side, they're going to want to keep that line as tight as possible.
Let's just dab down to point for a single. Oh, it's going to go for overthrows.
That's a wild throw. I think the bowler might have just got a little hand to it to stop the bit of pepper on that one, but that was I don't think that was on.
He saved a few runs there, I think, the bowler. You're right.
Yeah, I think he also went down as well, which didn't help. But Yeah, the bowler outstretched fingertips, stopped at least maybe even 2 or 3 overthrows there. But this is a very, very solid start by the Czech team. They'll be feeling very good, very confident about this. 27 from the first 3 overs. And yeah, this appears to be going all to plan for them so far.
Yeah, look, absolutely, and it'll be, I think, Zadran to continue. He went for 10 off his first over, and it'll be interesting to see if they put that man deep at point again. I don't know if the skipper's seen that. Dylan Stain is facing.
We've had a third man come down just in front of us here, but there's no one on the boundary square. Although third man is, as I mentioned, he's just taken a few steps towards the square leg boundary, but he's still very much a third man regulation.
So we're going to miss there from the batsman. He's a difficult player to bowl to, is Dylan Stain, because he's very strong on the offside, then he tucks it away around the corner and can also clip it for 6 on the leg side. So it's he hasn't had anything on the leg side yet. He's been a pretty disciplined line from Zadran. Has maybe been a little bit wide and overpitched, hence the boundaries. Oh, good ball there. Bowling a bit more fire now.
Oh, beaten neck and crop there. Dylan just putting the bat out with a gentle sort of nudge, but unfortunately didn't get near enough to it. Or fortunately didn't get enough to it. Turns who you're supporting.
Little message here from Tame Pandaka. Yes, the boundaries are longer than ECS. They're 60 to 65 metres, whereas ECS is a 50-metre boundary. So you'll see less or fewer sixes, but a lot more catches out on the boundary. And some very good cricket. So it's been put down to the covers, and it's a no call. Pretty wise as well. Good bowling so far this over.
Good to see our friend Liam Day tuning in from New Zealand. Liam, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Well, probably good evening now, I guess. Hopefully stick around for our other 2 matches today. Should be an exciting day of cricket, but great to see you in the chat, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Liam. Yeah, good to see you. And Keanu as well.
Keanu doing a stellar job keeping everyone in check there.
As always. That's just down to... Whoa, it's a bit of a chance there. I don't know if he would have been back. Dylan Stain. Talking about Keanu, I know he's a big fan of sodas. Pop.
Yes, he is. He's got a little YouTube channel there where he does these little reviews of various soft drinks and fruit drinks and snacks from all around the world. It's a great little channel, great little review. He does express reviews and does longer reviews. And Danny and I have sat down a few times and watched that with a big grin on our face. Keanu, you keep us well entertained, and that's entertaining as well. That's a lovely lofted shot through the covers, and that's all the way through extra cover. 4 runs, Dylan Stain. Open the shoulders. Bit of width, and you're going to get punished.
Just over the fielder as well, but nice shot.
Yeah,
4 runs sustained.
He probably didn't get the elevation he wanted, but luckily there wasn't a tall player there to take that catch. He probably cleared it by about a good 2 metres, but still very good. He is a moderator for ECN, so if you want to, that's fine. Yeah.
It's a good comeback from the bowler, and pretty good over actually from Sahel Zadran. I said yesterday, he was definitely the pick of the bowlers for Austria. And he's bowled 2 overs. I think he'll probably change the bowling. They might put Momin on as an option from the Chateau end.
It was a tighter over though. Only 4 runs come from it. Just that lovely spank over extra cover. Otherwise, quite a tight over, and a few anxious moments there for the 2 batsmen in the middle. There wasn't really too many run-out chances, but there was just a little bit of miscommunication and desperate to turn the score over, and that was all they got, was just that 4. 31 for no loss after 4 overs.
Little question for Keanu. Keanu, have you ever tried the local Czech soft drink, Kofula?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Because
Very popular drink, that one.
very popular. It outsells Coke here in the Czech Republic.
There you go. Keanu, get yourself a couple of Kofulas and tell the world what you think of that.
I wonder how can we send Keanu some Kofula?
An envelope.
An envelope of Kofula.
Get yourself an envelope, pour it in,
A sniff of coffee.
There may be a little bit of drainage between here and Australia, but you can work with it.
So there's a new bowler, and he's been smashed away by Davisi for 4. Welcome to the crease, and it's a player we didn't see yesterday. Umar Tariq.
Umar Tariq, yes, who just arrived in Czech Republic yesterday. Wasn't able to get the day off work, so he rocked up late in the afternoon. And yes, welcome to the Central Europe Cup. I'm sub 1 Davisi, and I'm going to belt you for 4. And he just did that.
Well, I put a man back out there, but still the power play. There's plenty of room to go over the top for Davisi. Comes the bowler again, bowling around the wicket. And just pads it down to square leg, just for a single.
Fielded by the bowler on his follow through. Quite a long way to square leg. But yeah, nice easy single there.
So Phil, you were, when I got here, or I got to the station where we saw each other.
Yes.
You were finding out the scores for an AFL game. What was going on there?
Yes, the game had just started. The Richmond Tigers were playing the Gold Coast Suns at the Gold Coast, and the scores were level. It was just in the first quarter. Gold Coast got off to a bit of a fly, jumped the Tigers in the first few minutes. Naturally, I've been a Tigers fan for 40-something years, so I find this game's quite important. Almost tried to get a tickle into the wicketkeeper's gloves there, did Dylan, but no such luck for the bowler Tariq. So yeah, no, you caught me sort of in my AFL in mind. I've been a Richmond fan ever since I was a very, very young little kid. So yeah, almost 48 years I've been supporting Richmond, and I hope they're doing well. I'll have to check it at the innings break, see how they're doing.
Oh, it's been whipped away. There's a player out there, but he won't get there. It's just behind square. Lovely shot then from Stain. Another 4 runs. Looking to break another record is Dylan Stain. That's his 4th 4.
Yeah, this is Dylan motoring along well and nicely now. His placement has been superb in these innings so far. It's 18 off 13 deliveries, 4 boundaries, as you say, Danny, going at 138. Subber going at 135. The guys are motoring along very nicely. But Dylan's placement is exceptional so far. He's pierced the field. They've, as you say, they put the fielder out in the deep to cover for him. As we talk, we're getting fine leg coming, less fine to maybe cut that shot off. But that's a bit reactive, if you ask me.
Well, there's no one out at point now. Still in the power play, of course. This one's been tucked around the corner. Might be a leg by, actually. Will be called a leg by. There's one more to the score. It's a bit of a ping at the stumps.
Just trying to keep Dylan honest there. Yes, leg by signalled.
Phil, I don't know if you've noticed, but we are in the middle of the countryside here. It's still in Prague, but I think the farmers are fertilising. I can you smell something that's...
Can you smell something of an agricultural derivative? Is that what you're telling me?
Definite.
You sure we're not just downwind from the curries or something? It's a bit early for lunch, isn't it?
Talking about curries,
actually,
lunch today will be from the curry house in Palmovka. In fact, it's not. We were getting curries.
We've been corrected. The curries are actually indeed from, wait for it, dramatic pause.
Mazadar.
From Mazadar. Oh, that's a new place here in Prague.
It's Mazadar, I've been informed, means enjoyable in Hindi. So I'm sure it'll be enjoyable. And Subber goes in the air. This could be out. 2 players coming around. It'll be a tough catch. And he puts it down. And Mike's going towards the boundary. And it will reach the boundary. He gets a dodgy 4 runs there. Subber and Davisi.
Subber and his dodgy 4s lives again. Oh, wow. Yeah. Question from County. How far from the Prague centre is Vinor? We are approximately, as the crow flies, I would say 22 kilometres? As the crow flies. No, as the crow flies, I think we're about 14 or 15 clicks from the centre square in Prague. And if you're driving, it's about 22 clicks. Venki, our production guru sitting next to Danny, is informing us. Obviously, if you have a helicopter, it's a very quick run. If you're walking, forget about it. I've never done the walk. Have you done the walk, Danny, from the centre of Prague to here?
No. No, I haven't done the walk.
Yeah, so it's not too far out. By public transport, it's a little bit of a wrestle. You have to take a metro to the end of the line, then take a bus for about 12 or 13 minutes. But it's accessible to those who don't have cars. Plenty of car parking here for those who do have a car, and it's a lovely little village of Vinor out here in the fields.
Oros has whipped it around the corner, and that's 6. Lovely shot. Dylan Stain just turned it around the corner. And it is Zadran who continues just a little bit short. And as I mentioned before, Dylan Stain is very strong off his legs, as well as you've noticed before. And he's been hitting through through that point area. So that's the first 6 of the game.
Fantastic
Dylan Stain just flicks it for 6, and a very good start here from the Czech Republic.
Yeah, it's a great strike. Sri Kola, welcome to the chat. You were around us here yesterday. Very informative chatter. What is a click? A click is a kilometre.
This one's been hit straight. Should be just a single. Nice pick up and throw from the fielder. Brings Davisi back on strike.
So apologies for my colloquialism there. Yeah, a click is a kilometre. I picked that up from my days in the army. Why are you laughing, Danny?
I can't imagine.
The army. I was in the army. The Salvation Army.
Oh yeah.
I used to do volunteer work.
You were in the shop.
Tins
You were
on
in the
corners.
shop.
No, shaking tins on street corners.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, never gave the tin back though.
Whoa, that got up on him. Good ball. I think it just bounced in front of the keeper. I'm not sure if it got bat, glove, or arm. But
I thought it collected something on the way through, but wasn't taken cleanly.
Talking about public transport here in Prague, it's excellent. It's you can get anywhere very quickly. There are buses where the metros and trams don't run, but and it's super cheap. It's about it's a bit appeal or come through for a leg by. It's super cheap. It's about it's 10 crowns a day, which is what's 10 crowns, about 30 cents. Maybe
No, it's a bit less than 30 cents. It's actually closer to 30 pence.
30 pence.
So actually you'd probably call that closer to maybe 35, 40 Australian cents. Maybe obviously a bit less in American currency.
So it's very cheap to get around, and it's really well connected here, even at night. So if you're interested in visiting Prague, this one's been turned around the corner. The play under it, and he takes it. First wicket down, and that's Dylan Stain, who tried that shot again. It's got him that 6, and it's a very good innings from Stain. I'll get a score from you in a moment for Stain, but Sahel Zadran gets his revenge after being lofted over for 6, and it'll bring Aaron Ashokan, the captain, out to the crease. So it'll be right-handed, left-handed combination. Ashokan, he's good at building an innings as Ashokan, very responsible. He missed out yesterday though. He's wearing his number 18 shirt with Tabella written on the back, the sponsors for the national team.
That's right, Tabella. We tip our cap to Tabella. Thank you for your involvement with the Czech national team. You've been with us for a little while now, and yeah, we thoroughly appreciate your support, and I'm sure all the guys do as well.
Yeah, Tabella were the sponsors for the when the national team went to the qualifiers in the Netherlands a few years ago. It was very much appreciated.
And Dylan was receiving a very generous round of applause from his teammates here. They recognise that he's done an amazing job during the power play with Sub-1 Divisi to get the Czechs off to a flyer against this very strong Austrian team.
Yeah, they want to consolidate on this start, the Czechs, and Austria will desperately want another wicket. But Divisi facing, and the bowler is going to have to go back to his mark, called the dead ball. So big wicket there for Austria, and they needed it. Czechs were on top.
They were starting to get away from. It was starting to get a little bit out of hand.
Oh, that's a good ball outside of stump. I'm surprised that they continue with Zadran. And that was the end of the over. Good over.
Yeah, very good over. We're just getting a score check now, just being updated by our friends, and we are 53 for 1. after 6. That's the power play done. Yes, and I feel that wicket may have just put the brakes on maybe slightly. That's what they'll think. But Arun is getting ready to. Well, he's actually coming over for a bit of a water break. Seems a bit early.
He's taking the helmet off. I think that's
he's
the
taking the
reason
helmet off.
why is we have some spin coming on. So the helmet donned by the keeper, but Shokin taking the helmet off, and it's the end of the power play. It's been a bright start from the Czech team.
Yeah, they're going to feel pretty good about that. 53 for 1 on the power play. Motored along very nicely, looking very dangerous while Dylan Stain was batting there with Subber. But yes, it's turning to some spin now. Arun getting the cap on. Did you prefer batting with a cap or with a helmet, Danny? What was your preference?
With a cap until I get hit in the face.
Yeah, yeah. I think we've all been there. What is it about us when we get in the face? It's not good. It's not a great place to meet the cricket ball.
It's never been a serious injury. But I've had a couple that just come off the edge, and so. But I've seen some pretty bad injuries, and it was I think when I started, actually most of the time I played in Australia, as Shokin just turns that to mid wicket for a single. There were no helmets, so So it was always a bit dangerous, and some of the time I played on matting as well. I don't know if you remember the coconut matting. You'd have to put 2 bits of coconut matting down one either side. There's a big gap in the middle as well.
Yes,
no
of course.
Hit or a dead ball if it hit.
Yes, that's right.
So that, and then the pitches in Australia are pretty bouncy. So there's Moment comes in again. Just been poked down back to him by Davisi.
Yeah, I grew up playing on a lot of concrete pitches in Australia, and I'm sure you did as well.
Yeah.
The sort of ball where a medium pacer could give you bounces all day.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a weapon I used to use, and this has been hammered for 6 by Davisi. Bit short there from the bowler, right onto it. In fact, it's 4.
Just inside the boundary right
there. It
there.
looked like it was a 6 from here. But
I thought he got enough of that, but there you go. Lovely shot, into position early, swiveling. It's a trademark shot for Subwine. That one. He gets into position early. He loves that shot. He knows he's got that strength to pivot on the hips and swing it hard and high. And that was a great execution. Safe. Fielder was a lot squarer than he is now.
Oh, he's gone the other side. There's a man out there. It'll just be a single. I'll bring Shokin on strike, who's pretty good to spin.
Austrian guys trying to gee their players up there. Don't drop your heads because of that boundary. And Subber is taking over from where Dylan Stain left off.
Let's get through the covers. Just be a single. There's a man out there. Do a fumble, but safe. That's Akbajan, who's also come into the team. He's out on the boundary out there. Bring Davisi back on strike. Moment's been very good for Austria. It was very good against Luxembourg yesterday. Just a little bit of a bit of a collision.
Ooh.
Not sure what happened there. Hope everyone's all right. Maybe Marek, the medical man, will be called on again soon.
Maybe that was payback for pinching the last pancake in the buffet this morning.
I think it's the end of the over. So
60 for 1 after 7, and that was Sahil Momin's first over. He went for 7. Bowled very well yesterday, as did most of the Austrian players. I got to say, that was a very good bowling attack against Luxembourg. Held them to a very modest score of 119 in that first match. We're just having a look and see who the next bowler is coming on.
Yeah, they've got a good selection of bowling. The Austrians, no real weak links, and it's that man Abdullah Akbajan.
He was the other player who turned up yesterday afternoon with Umar Tariq.
Yeah, Tariq went for 6 off his first ball, so let's see what Shokin can do. He's very strong down the ground.
Let's see if they've got something in common, these two, whether he can go for 6 off the first ball as well.
Bowling left arm around, it's a bit short. Down leg side, just tucked around the corner. There's a man there though, just a single. And, bowling a gentle medium pace is Akbarjan.
There's an interesting comment in the chat by Harenda Yathod, who says that the Czech middle order is very poor.
Really?
Really? I'm not sure what you've been watching, mate, but you haven't been watching cricket.
One of the middle order is a world record holder.
Yep. Well, the armchair experts everywhere, I guess. But welcome to the chat. Lovely to have you here. Might just want to fact check a few things before you hit that keyboard, mate. They keep us entertained, don't they?
It's bowler again, bowling left arm over the wicket. It's been hit out in the outfield. Just be single. Mark Simpson Parker out there. He's a good fielder. And,
yeah, good arm.
It's been a pretty good start here from Akbarjan. But he doesn't have much of a margin for error and doesn't really bowl with too much pace. His left armour, but he did drop one a little bit short early. It's short again. And let's hit back to the bowler. No run. It's been a good over so far.
Yeah, it's been a very tight over so far. The run rate is still just above 8. I think the Czech team will want to keep that in that region of 8, looking at a score sort of pushing the 160 mark.
Oh, it's tucked around the corner. There's a man there. Just knocks it down. Got away with that. The bowler. That was down leg side and short. Should have been launched, but couldn't quite get onto it. The skipper, Ashokan.
Oh, completely agree there, Danny. Definitely, the bowler's definitely gotten away with that. He should go out tonight and get himself a lottery ticket based on that luck. That should have been sitting in our tent or even gone beyond it.
This one's been hit straight and hard. Again, there's a fielder out there. Almost bounced over him. Good fielding in the end.
That was some very good awareness by the fielder, just to stop and prop, because that took a bounce. Oh boy, if that had been me fielding out there or our good buddy Shobit, we would not have had a chance in hell. That would have gone straight away. Don't look at me like that, Shobit. Are you ordering a pie, are you?
Oh, fighting words.
Shobit. What a great guy.
Good start from
Stand up,
Abdullah Akbarjan. Only 4 from the over. Got away with a little bit though.
He did. He really did. Yep. Even that last strike down the ground by Divisi, that almost could have carried all the way. It almost could have bounced over the fielder's head. And obviously Arun almost turned it around for a smashing 6, but couldn't quite latch onto that. So got away with it a little bit. Only went for 4. Score moves to 64 for 1 after 8 overs. Run rate is exactly 8 runs and over. Projecting a score in the 160 region if they can keep this up.
This moment again to Divisi, who smashes that over the boundary for 6. Lovely shot over the covers. Bit of a half volley there for a moment, and right onto that was Sabah, who's raced onto 40.
All class.
He's not looking as fluid as what we've seen him in the past, but he's eking out these scores, which is the sign of a good batsman.
Yeah, I think the Austrian bowlers and the captain will be scratching heads and saying, well, we've got to do something to remove this guy, because if he keeps this up, he's going to set us a target which is going to be quite uncomfortable to be chasing down. Held the pose too, which is a typical Sabah shot when he middles it, and it's great to see.
Oh, good comeback. A little bit quicker there from the bowler.
You can see he put a bit more pepper on that one, and Sabah was almost lining up a similar shot, but it was already on him.
So again, left armour bowling over the wicket to the left-hander, tucks it around the corner, and big appeal. Might have been going down leg. He will turn the ball into the left-hander with the left-arm bowler moment.
Sago and Buttery in the chat asking, will they be able to get to 150? Commentators, please have a say about this. Well, we were just mentioning before that currently we feel they're on target for maybe 160 if they can keep this up. 150 definitely a possibility.
Yeah, there's a long way to go in this innings, though. We're not even halfway through.
There's a long way to go. A long way to go. A lot of wickets to fall, possibly. A lot of runs to be picked up. And the Austrians are a never-say-die team. And they will be gunning for another wicket as soon as they can. They want to get rid of Divisi quick smart.
They're a very good team, the Austrians. It's just been hit down the ground. Just a single. I'll bring Ashoka on strike.
And Sagun again commenting about Divisi shot of the match so far, oozing class. Couldn't agree with you more there. 100% behind you on that one. It was a lovely hit.
Oh, a bit of a false shot there from Ashoka. And we'll just get through for an easy single. And, it's end of a pretty good over from Momin. There was that 6, but apart from that, it's pretty tight. But Akbarjan, let's see what happens in this over. He's only went for 4 off his first, but there's just he's got a bit of a tendency to drop it a little bit short. Let's see how these Czech batsmen go against him. He just doesn't have much pace in the ball.
Czech team still going at 8 runs and over. As I keep saying, that's probably something they really want to maintain all the way through their innings if they can. Post a very competitive and tough total for Austria to chase in the second innings. As everyone's having a look around. The skipper of Czech Republic. How long has Arun been skipper for, Danny?
It's only been about a year or so that he's skippered the team.
Okay.
And he's improving every game. He's really grown into that role. Well, this one's just clipped over the top. He's been around Czech cricket for quite a while, at least 6 years or so.
Right.
In the national team, he's a very good player. He's not a bad off spinner as well. And, he's always been there or thereabouts. He and Sudesh are the mainstays of this Czech lineup. But he's very calm, and he's a very, very good captain. Divisi whips that away. That is heading towards the boundary. There'll be 4 runs.
Yeah, picked the gap beautifully. Lovely strike off the pads there, down onto his knee again. If they're going to straight on the body onto leg stump, they're going to be in trouble for all day if that happens to the Austrian bowlers.
Yeah, it was nice shot. Very safe, just away from the fielder. Yeah, going back to Arun, I'm very impressed with his captaincy. He's always been a good player, but he's matured a lot as a person and as a cricketer. And I think he'll be the Czech national team captain for quite a while. And he does very well, is very calm, speaks to his players well. Nice one's hit straight just for a single.
Yeah, I got to say, every time I bump into Arun here at the cricket or anywhere else, he's always got a smile. He's always got a nice thing to say. Very positive attitude about the man, and I think that's probably why he is cementing himself as quite a successful captain here in this Czech team.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't underestimate the importance of a good captain. It's well bowled. It's you can have an average team with a good captain that can win you games. It's like a coach or a quarterback in American football, or a manager in real football.
Yes.
This one's hit towards cow corner. There's a man coming out around there. Should just get the 1.
Yeah, just a single there. Good throw from the outfield.
So that's an important position to fill, and it's very difficult to find a good captain who meets all the criteria. And I think Aaron has definitely moved into that role very, very well. So Divisi will be facing. Ball's coming around the wicket. In fact, over the wicket, left-hander. Just another gentle prod. It's been a good over again here from Abkashan.
Yeah, he's keeping it nice and tight. I should say he's kept it nice and tight. That is the end of the over. That's halfway through the innings, and again we are running at about 8 runs and over. No, we're running at exactly 8 runs and over, as the score is 80 for 1 after 10. And I think, as I keep saying, I think the Czechs are going to feel pretty good about where they're sitting at the moment. 1 wicket down, halfway through the innings. And it's a lovely launching pad for especially the next couple of batters coming when and if the middle order is asked to front and centre. That'll be obviously Riddick the Tank Toma and Sudesh the Beast Wickramasinghe. And I bet they're absolutely chomping the bit to get out there and have a crack at these Austrian bowlers. But for now, Sub-1 Divisi is playing a wonderful innings, very well supported by his skipper, Arun Ashokan. and the Czechs are looking pretty good at the moment.
And, well, Joey Zadran is the new bowler. He's got a bit of a skip to him as Zadran in his bowling action. He did very, very well yesterday. Took a wicket in his first over. He's going to come around the wicket to Davisi. Pace is on the ball again. Davisi won't mind this. Zadran probably not as well. Joey Zadran not quite as quick as Sahel, but still got a bit of pace about him. It's just been guided down through the gully area for 4. Lovely shot there. Didn't try to overhit it. Just pushed it out there into the gap, and 4 runs to Davisi. That is getting closer to his 50 now. Is Davisi.
It's just a touch of class, wasn't it? He didn't have to try to belt the cover off the ball. He played it into the gap, into a vacant gap, and collected 4 runs. Lovely shot from a man who's in control.
Yeah, bowler's been warned for running on the pitch as well, so you have to be careful of that. Comes in again. That's just defended there from Davisi. Bit of fire in that delivery, Phil.
Yeah, it certainly was. Bent the back a bit more. Yeah, the umpire again, just giving him a little encouragement. Yep. Yeah, I think this is the thing about right arm around the wicket, is that danger of your follow through right down the middle of the pitch.
Oh, it's a full toss. Bit of rubbish, and it's been hit for 6. And it's called a no ball as well. Well, 7 runs off that delivery, and that's his 50th for Sabawun Davisi. Bit of a gift to bring up his half century.
That was a bit of a gift, wasn't it? That was a Gundy ball, rubbish ball, a pie, call it what you like, and it got the treatment, and it got the deserved treatment. Yeah, lovely half century from Sabawun Davisi. 53 off 36.
Oh, the umpire cops one. He's not happy.
What happened there? I was looking down at the score.
The keeper tried to turn to the bowler and hit the umpire in the bum. I think he's been warned too.
Oh, I think that wicketkeeper's going to have to buy the umpire a Christmas card for that infringement. Seriously. Because that umpire is going to take you off your Christmas card list, that's for sure. You don't do that.
So if you hit the umpire again, you get sent off. There's a free hit here for Davisi. Slow ball, cuts it away. Should just be 1, I think. He's running hard, Davisi, but
he wants a 2.
Oh, it's gone through him, and it's 4.
Wow.
A bit of poor fielding there. A bit of pressure on the Austrians.
Oh, Austrians are feeling a bit of pressure. That's a very uncharacteristic mistake there in the outfield. The Sabah seems to have their measure at the moment.
Well, there's very little chatter. It's just been a good innings from Davisi. And Ashokan been a bit of a spectator from the other end. That's another nice shot. Player coming around, does very well to cut that off.
Oh, that's well fielded.
Just a single. Really good piece of fielding out there.
Yeah, lovely stuff. His mate's getting over to give him a little pat there. Well done, well deserved. Yeah, I thought that was a boundary for all money then, but well cut off. Sabah moves along to 58, brings Aaron onto strike. He's currently batting just on 7, but only faced 9 deliveries. As you said, he was a very happy spectator at the other end during the Sabah Davisi show.
He can definitely accelerate the run rate as well, can Ashokan. At the moment, he's quite happy to give Sabah the strike. And again, that's just tucked around the corner, just be a single. In fact, it's going to be a leg by.
Yeah, Joe Zadran, he's bowling with a bit of fire here and a bit of spark, but unfortunately he's going for a few. Last ball of the over coming up, 97 for 1 after 10.5. Last ball of the over.
Bit short, tucked around the corner. It's beaten the man. That's 4 runs.
As it just gets over the line. It did slow up ever so slightly, but I don't think the field was ever going to catch it. 4 runs. That brings up the 100 for the Czech team at the end of the 11th over.
Oh, expensive over there from Joey Zadran. Let's see how the Austrian skipper Razmal Shigawal will do from that end. Can't afford another 20 runs off an over.
That run rate's now well over 9 and over. And just a reminder, the Austrians did win the toss and put the Czech team into bat. And they're probably starting to sort of think, well, where are these wickets that we talked about in the team meeting? Because they haven't been coming just yet. There's only one wicket down. That was Dylan Stain after he played a fantastic 20-odd to get the Czechs off to a flyer in the power play. But since then, it's been all sub-1 divisi and ably assisted by his skipper, Aaron Ashakan.
Yeah, it's I think the big factor here is that they've only just lost one wicket, and they can really launch an attack from here. They might wait a couple of overs. It was 20 off that over though. There's Akbarjan again. Uses his feet well. There's a Ashoka, but he hits it straight back to the bowler as the wind picks up, and hopefully we'll keep our tent. Ashokan uses his feet well, smashes it into the grain field. That's over the side screen. 6 runs from Ashokan. As I mentioned, he can accelerate the scoring, and that's exactly what he's done against the bowler Akbarjan. And they're going to take a little while to find that ball, I think.
I think they will. They don't want to spend too long though. Just a quick shout out to the chat. I'm going to have to ask all the chatters to please keep it civil and nice out there. A bit of bad language floating around. Don't really want to see that. Not interested if you're going to talk like that. And in fact, I'd rather you give your laptop back to your parents and get permission from your carers next time you go near a computer. Just no need for this sort of rubbish talk in the chat. So, jog on. Looking at you, AJ, travelling. You can travel all the way back to your little hole that you came out of. Thanks for coming. Thanks for nothing. And as for the rest of you guys in the chat, I hope you're enjoying the spectacle here at the moment. The Czechs are putting on a bit of a show here for everybody.
I think the umpires have to try to find a new ball. Hopefully it'll be better for the Austrians because well, if they got it, I think they might have it. They do. Well done, son. That's very thick. That in there the grain field. So let's see how the bowler comes back.
Yeah, I think that was probably spent a bit too long for the ball there.
Comes in again. It's gone past the keeper.
Through everyone.
It's heading towards the boundary. Not sure if it'll get there, and we'll hear a cheer from the Czechs if it does. Not quite. Good fielding. They'll come back for 3 though. It's
wides.
3 runs, another 4 runs to the total for the Czechs. The ball will be bowled again. Keeper's standing up to the stumps. Didn't give him too much chance there, the bowler. I think Divisi on strike. It's been an expensive over so far. In Austria, they need a wicket here, the Austrians.
Yeah.
Very tight in his first 2 overs was Akbarjan. This one's just been hit straight. Just be a single. Keeper not very happy. It's a bit easy at the moment for the Czechs.
Yeah, it seems to be all going their way at the moment. They're still just the 1 wicket down, halfway through the 12th over, 112 on the board. Looking to post quite a healthy score here. And the Austrians are going to have a bit of a mountain to climb when it's their turn to bat.
Oh, that's gone. Well,
there it is, right there. Well done, Phil. I've done it again. Aaron Ashakan has been bowled neck and crop, trying to get on with the job, but that ball was a bit too full, and it's managed to get under his bat and take out the stumps. And Austria have got a breakthrough that they absolutely needed. Probably not the one they wanted, but nonetheless, they see the back of the skipper, and now they get to entertain Sudesh Wickramasinghe, the beast, as he strides to the centre in a position which he's probably going to be pretty happy about. Lovely platform for him to launch here. Generous round of applause for a skipper for assisting sub-1 divisi there for the last few overs as he went on his merry way scoring, and a good anchoring role played by the skipper.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, look, it's a perfect time for Sudesh to come to the crease. But it was a good comeback there from Akbarjan, who's just took a bit of stick. It was it's only 4 of his first over. He's gone for a few in this one, going at about 8.5 and over now. But it'll be interesting to see who they bowl from this end, from the Banks end of the field. I'll explain that in a moment. It's just played down the pitch. So there are the two ends here. There's the Banks end, which is named after Hugo Banks, whose family owns this plot of land, and it was the originator of the ground here at Vinor. It's a bit of an appeal. It's going down leg. Coming around the wicket, the bowler, left armour. And that's the end of the over. Successful one there for Upkajan in the Czech Republic. 112 for 2 off 12 overs. The other end is the Chateau end, because you might see it in the background. Actually, it's a little bit difficult from this angle.
Yeah, I think there is an angle.
There is what we call a zamek, which is like a chateau, and the lord of the town. There we go. You can see it in the background.
There it is.
No, that's it. On the right. And so it's the zameks all around the Czech Republic. I think it's behind France or Belgium. I'm not sure where. It's the country with the most castles in the world. So it's there are castles and zameks, and this one is, I think, a conference centre, a hotel, and also has a restaurant in it now. Also has peacocks. You can hear the peacocks occasionally. I haven't heard them so far.
I haven't heard them this weekend. No.
Maybe they're no more peacocks, because there used to be peacocks there.
I think the restaurant had peacocks on the menu last week. There was a peacock goulash, and of course the very popular peacock spit roast, and peacock soup at Kelvin Shobit.
That one's just been down the ground, just a single.
I've actually never eaten in that restaurant or had a drink at that pub, but I've been told that by Pete Vincent,
the umpire,
the head of umpires here in Czech Republic, that it's a very nice place to have a drop.
How long's the break between games, Phil?
Long enough. It's a short run over there. We could get there and back. Although I don't want to run back after a few beers. We tried that last year and we struggled.
So Shahil Momin is the bowler will take over from Jawid Zadran, who's very expensive, and he's gone. Well, no more beast.
Well, there you go.
Tried to smash it over cow corner, and he's got a duck. Has the beast. Well, dodgy middle order for the Czech Republic.
Well,
was called before.
Maybe we should apologise to that chatter who said the middle order is a bit weak and a bit dodgy. But Beastie just out of all sorts there, just going for the big hit. It was probably there to be struck, but couldn't connect.
Yeah, I just missed it, and it'll bring Ritik Tomar, the tank, out in the centre. He's been in pretty good form, both for club and with the bat and ball for his country as well. Can hit the ball a long way as well. I think he missed out. He had hit one massive shot over square leg yesterday.
Oh, that was huge. That,
but didn't really trouble the scorers too much yesterday either.
That 60 yesterday, that was a good 85 metres, I reckon. That had so much distance. That ball came back with passport stamps. It went a long way, a real long way. He is capable of the big strike. He's capable of a bit of finesse as well. Is Tank Ritik Tomar. Let's see what he can do now. Obviously, the Czechs have lost a couple of quick wickets in succession. There's a lot more noise around the field from the Austrian team. They're getting a bit G'd up. They need to pull this potential score back, because at the moment, at 9 runs and over, they're looking at closing in close to the 200 mark if they're not careful. And the Tank is the kind of guy with Sabah who could really force that issue.
Well, it's a good comeback here from the Austrians. Those 2 wickets, and they're both very dangerous batsmen that they dismissed. But here's another dangerous batsman, Ritik Tomar, but also a very good bowler in Shahil Momin. Gets his first. And this is a rank full toss. Didn't quite get all of it, did the Tank. I think if he hit it a little bit better, he might have been a chance for a catch out there. Just hit it high on the bat. And bring Davisi back on strike.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Danny. I think if you got into that a little bit better, I think you would have been in with a shout of being caught on the boundary, which would have really put a cat amongst the pigeons.
It's just been flicked onto the leg side. A look for 2. Don't think they'll get it. No, it's just a single.
Yeah, there's no one in the infield on the leg side, so chipping it like that from Sabah to a man who's got to come off the boundary from 65 metres away, that's a single for all day, that shot.
too well to get the second.
Yeah.
And Tomar just clamps down on it. No run. Good over this. That's exactly what they needed.
It was a good over that.
Very good over for Austria.
Yes.
Czech Republic off 13.
Clawing it back.
15 for 3.
Yep, run rate's now slipped below 9. They're clawing it back ever so slightly. Then again, 2 wickets in 6 balls. That'll do it to you. And also, I'm just looking at the recent bowls. There's a few dot balls in there as well, just a couple of singles. Good work from Austria to step up. Obviously, during the well, not the innings break. There was no innings break, but during the just after the 10th over, they had a very quick little chat with each other just when they were changing ends, and I reckon that's done them a world of good because they've taken 2 quick wickets for not many runs since that time. And the Czechs still in a good position. Middle order now is going to showcase themselves, but I think the Austrians are going to feel that they probably need another 2 wickets to really put the brakes on.
This one's been straight to square leg, no run.
I tell you what, if they get Subber in the next couple of overs, they're going to feel very good about themselves, the Austrians.
Yeah, they do need to get him. This one's been held on the ground through the mounted short cover. They'll look for 2. Tomar just stopped and didn't come back. That's a bit of poor running.
Tomar, yeah, not sure about that. I think Subber was asking the question about why we didn't go for that second run. Riddick would have been running to the danger end. I guess that would have been the answer, to be honest. But there probably was 2 there.
I don't know if he would have been running the danger end, to be fair. I don't know if they would have gone to the bowlers. I think they would have gone to the keeper. They really want to get Subber Windavisi back in the sheds. That's down leg side. Be called a wide. Bit loose there. Did well the keeper to come across.
Yeah, good work from the keeper there. Stopping any further in any runs.
It's heading down leg side. Bit of an optimistic appeal.
Yeah.
Getting a leg by.
That was incredibly ambitious.
And he's been actually very good. Akbarjan, he had one pretty expensive over, but took a wicket in his last, and was steadied the ship a little bit for the Austrians with that wicket. In fact, ball broke through, I should say. This one's been hit straight. Just be a single, I think.
They're running hard though.
Yeah, just be a single.
But no, that's it, and fair enough too.
Yeah, Tomar, he's ball watching, and it's something that it's a work in progress. This Czech team, he's quite new to the side as Riddick Tomar. You can see that Windavisi, he's had issues with running between wickets as well, but yeah, I think his time with Dylan Stain opening has really helped him focus on his running between the wickets. It's been hit straight, and that is going to go all the way to the boundary, is it? Oh, good stop there from the fielder, and they'll look for 3, but they'll only get the 2. Really good work out there.
Yeah, fantastic work out there in the deep covers on the boundary line. Saved a certain 4 for money, but yeah, well done. Good hit, but yeah, exceptionally good work there on the boundary.
Yeah, the last ball of Akbarjan's spell. Bowled pretty well. Oh, he's bowled very well. There's the tank gone. Bowled him. Well, probably not the right shot to play. And a very good spell from Abdullah Akbarjan taking his 2nd wicket.
Yeah, Riddick he's very upset with himself, as he should be. You're absolutely right, Danny. That was not the shot to be played to that ball. Premeditated, clearly. Just unnecessary. And Riddick is on his way. And the Austrians, there's a bit of a bounce in the step now. They're going to feel pretty good.
And the message from Masabi Al-Tanim, poor middle order. Well, you're right at the moment.
Yep.
Still a bit of middle order to come though. But I want to pump this up and actually keep someone in to bat with Davisi. We can increase his score. He's 67 off 46 at the moment. Get 9 4s and 2 6s. So there is plenty of batting to come for the Czech side.
Yeah, they do bat deep, the Czech team. such as their selection process and the quality of players, they do bat quite well down.
There are a few players to come into the side as well. There's Fahad will come in for the qualifiers. Also Sharan, who's a quality left-handed batsman. He'll no doubt come into that side to go up to Finland for the World Cup qualifiers. So they will strengthen a little bit the Czechs. Here comes a moment again for his last over. It's been hit firmly to cover, no run.
Yeah, Sharon's a player I enjoy watching. I remember the first time I saw him as an opener for the Czech national team and for his local club. Quality batsman up the order.
Oh, absolutely he is. Once he gets one off the middle, a bit of hesitation. Could be a chance for a run out. The bowler doesn't take it cleanly. He would have been gone there, Buyan. And it was Davisi who's having a go at him. They are teammates playing for Prague Bohemians. And again, he was ball watching. It's a good call by Davisi. There were always two in it.
Always two, yes. Really was. And Sabah was, I reckon, saying that. Two. Buyan just slow out of the blocks.
Oh, it's a good bit of feeling by the bowler. Wow, there's going to be a throw. Went through the keeper. Bit of frustration maybe for a moment. And a run to Davisi, overthrow.
Maybe the Austrian team they're trying to pump each other up a little bit here, but a bit too overzealous, and a few silly throws like that are unnecessary. They're doing a good job. They've clawed this game back to almost, not quite to parity, but they've clawed it back.
Sazi Buyan, we saw him yesterday against Luxembourg. He had 2 4s and a 6 in his innings. A very quick time. He was only in for about 3 or 4 balls. Hopefully he doesn't try the same here. There's still plenty of time just to give Davisi the strike. I think that's what he needs to do, Buyan.
Yep.
Just watching under the ball.
Push those singles, get the set player on the strike, and let him take over.
Again, just back to the bowler. And in a very good spell there from Shahil Momin. Takes a wicket. 21 off his 4 overs. And he did the same thing against Luxembourg yesterday. Really just tightened the screws a little bit. Very clever bowler.
Yeah, very good figures there from Momin. Again, delivers for his team or for his skipper with 1 important wicket. But also that's a fantastic economy rate in a T20. Well bowled.
So, Phil, where do you think the Czechs can get to from here? There are 5 overs left, 124 on the board. They've got a good score.
Well, 3 overs ago, projected score was pushing the 190s. I even made the ridiculous comment of they could be sort of pushing 200 at this rate. Obviously, 3 quick wickets in very close succession have changed the complexion of this game quite dramatically. Run rate is now just over 8. At that scoring, they'd go around 160, 165. I'm still thinking the 160s is what they're going to be getting, and I think that's a pretty good score. I think it's a very competitive score. It's something to bowl at, but anything above 160 for me is going to be a bonus. Actually, I'll rephrase that. Anything over 165 is going to be bonus, but I reckon 160, 165 is where we're going to end up.
It's definitely a target to bowl to.
It's a good target. Oh yeah, there is definitely
this is in the air. Player coming around, should take this, and he's put it down. Bit of a break there for Davisi. It went high in the air, the wind swirling a bit, never looked comfortable, the fielder. That could be important.
Yeah, that was in the air for a long time. All due respect to the fielder out there, but that was in there for a long time.
Here comes Sadran again. Oh, it's dodgy edge. That'll be 4. And it's a bit of a full toss. Just got a thick outside edge, and he'll take that Davisi. So
Sabah continues on his merry way, and I think he's the key here. He's going to be the guy who's going to drag the Czech team up to that, very competitive total.
Yeah, he's moving on quite nicely. He's on 76 or 51 at the moment. Is Davisi. Got a bit lucky so far this over, and I'm not sure what he tried there. looked pretty ugly to me.
Yeah, most of the times when players go for these kind of strokes, it does look fantastic. That looked like he'd almost forgotten halfway through the shot what he had to do.
He just doesn't need to do that.
I mean,
he's on 76, and there is a man down there,
there is
as well.
protection there. Yes. I remember Corey Ruckers saying, if you're going to go for that shot, you've got to get some of your body behind it. And there he didn't. He tried to deflect it away.
Well, that's a better shot. It's into the gap.
Stand and deliver.
There's there's a man out there. They'll come back for 2.
It's a good 2. Yeah, I remember when, I think maybe it might have been during the ECC or the ECL, Corey Ruckers was saying, you see a lot of players trying to play these little funny shots like that. And he said, but when you do it, you've got to get your body behind it. You have to have the ball come into your body so you can line up and then elevate with the bat. When you try to get your body out the way, you're swiping it as it's going past you.
Oh, he went deep in his crease, did Davisi, and he's going to get 4 runs.
Well placed. Lovely shot.
It was, he got the result. Don't know if it's a lovely shot, Phil.
I called it a lovely shot, Danny. Let's stick to that.
It's been a pretty expensive over from Sahil Zadran, who is going at about 8.5 and over. And he is a very good bowler, is Zadran.
He's gone for 12 with his over, and he's got one more ball to come.
That's the end of his spell as well. Davisi, he'll want to stay there. Oh, it's got through the keeper. Not happy. It's going to be buys. They just look for one.
Keeper's ring in his hand, on his right hand. That glove came off very quick. He's taken it pretty badly, I reckon, on the edge of his finger. That medic might be up for a moment.
I think Marek, the medic, might have to go out and bring the magic spray.
I'm not going to sing today, folks.
He's taken one on the end of the fingers as the keeper.
He has. That glove came off very quick. Let's hope he's okay.
As Marek, the medic, runs out. These are the drinks men for the Czech Republic and Austria. It's Krunty. He'll be running out the water to Sabo and Davisi.
That's Miha Chima, who's the wicketkeeper out there, and he's looking at a fair bit of discomfort, and it was immediate. As the ball went past him, he obviously got a fingertip to it, which took the brunt of the pace of that ball, and he immediately threw the glove off. But Marek, our medical man, is out there with magic spray. As I said, there has been a court order put in place to stop me from singing that magic spray song, so I'm going to refrain today.
He looks all right. Marek, the medic, he's running off again. Doesn't have the glove back on, but he's I think he's going to make it okay. Well, I'll get a thumbs up from Marek, the medic. Yeah, all good.
Yeah, double thumbs up from the medic man. He's all right. He's okay. Just a little bit of hairspray. Magic spray there, and he's good. Yes, pointed out you need hair for a hairspray.
So it will be Akib Iqbal. He'll return, the opening bowler, who was a pretty good opening spell.
Yeah, that was the end of the over. That's 137 for 4. 4 overs to come. Still banking on the 160, 165 mark, I think. As long as they can hold their wickets together. If Sub is still there, I think that should be pretty straightforward. However, Akib Iqbal, as Danny said, is coming back on. Mind you, though, Sub does love a little bit of pace.
He does. I don't think he'll mind this.
He won't. There's protection square on the boundary, but not behind square.
Oh, he's hit that nicely. Man out there, makes ground, and does very well again. That's only a single. Very quick out there.
Yeah, very good work.
He's cut off quite a few runs on that boundary. Very quick along the ground. Good hands too. Just a single. Will bring Boyan on strike. He hasn't
troubled the scorers yet, Boyan.
Hasn't troubled the scorers. I'm sure he'll want to try to get Davisi back on strike.
Yeah, that should be his goal. Yeah, if he can't put it over the boundary, he's going to want to get his man back on strike again. Just a few changes in the field. Okay, long off coming into a mid-off position, and third man being pushed back.
That's a bowler, That's been hit pretty well. There's a man out there, and he's dropped him, but it's a tough catch there for Simpson Parker. Hope he hasn't hurt himself there, Simpson Parker. I think he might have done something to his hand.
Oh, not again.
It's a very good effort to take that catch.
I can tell you that Mark Simpson Parker actually had come over to see Marek, the medic man, before the start of play. He had a bit of a niggling injury with his one of his fingers. So Marek actually already hit him with the magic spray even before the play had started. So possibly that's just been aggravated again.
Yeah, it was a very good effort to take that catch, diving forward. It was always dropping on him, and he saved the 4. But I hope he hasn't hurt himself there. Simpson Parker, he's very, very important to this Austrian side, opening the batting, and looks like he's going to come into the circle. Seems okay. Here comes Iqbal again, bowling to Divisi. Just been pushed into the covers, and a comfortable single shy at the stumps. Probably would have been out, and they'll come back for a second. He ambled there, did Divisi.
He was a bit leisurely there, wasn't he?
Might have been out, but they've taken a second one. Moves him on to 85. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see who the Austrians turn to in the last few overs. Just pushed down to third man, running hard, and they'll get too comfortably. A bit of a misfield down there. Also that third man fielder. It's Hasan Mirza. We'll probably see opening the batting as well. He's not the strongest arm. Trying maybe just to hide him down there, but it was a misfield from the man just at the 45. Backward point.
Yeah, it's your point, Dan. It's going to be interesting to see who does bowl this last few overs. I mean, we saw Jawid Zadran went for 20 off one over. I can't see them bringing him back in these death overs because that could spell trouble.
He's a good bowler, Zadran, though.
Jawid
Zadran. Both of them are very good bowlers, but Jawid did take a lot of stick.
He went for 20. And that's it's obviously he's there in for his bowling, but yeah, you got to be made of strong stuff to ask him to bowl in the death overs when he's already gone for 20. But I don't know what options they've got after Akib, who's bowled very well.
Well, we'll find out. Akib's got another over after this.
He does.
I think we'll bring Jawid back on. He's been hit firmly through the covers, going towards the boundary, and that will be stopped.
Oh, fancy footwork on the boundary.
Good fielding there. That was Habib Ahmadzai, who made good ground to his right. Bit of foot fielding, did very well, saved a couple of runs.
Yeah, some people aren't fans of the off foot fielding, but I thought he executed that quite well. Just around the corner from us, we could see it quite clearly, and saved a certain boundary. That ball was racing to the boundary line.
Yeah, it was nicely hit by Buyan. Bring Divisi on strike, and we'll see who the bowler is, and it will be Jawid Zadran. So,
well, that's how to go. Well, I'd said it. You got to make a strong stuff to give a bowler who's gone for 20 off one over a chance at the death.
Nice change ends though, so that sometimes does change the way a bowler runs in and just the whole psychology of it. And sometimes there's just different movement off the pitch to the different bowlers.
Well, this will be interesting. 3 overs to go, 146 for 4. Sub 1 Divisi on 88 off 59, going along at just under 150 strike rate. Having a wonderful innings again, second time in a row for him. And he's on the cusp of what could be quite a well-deserved and very entertaining ton if he can get there.
Oh, it's a good start there from Jawid.
Yeah, good pace, very good pace.
It's coming around the wicket, and I think Saba realises that he played the wrong shot there. He's on 88 off 60. Comes in again. It's tucked around the corner. It's beaten the fielder. That's 4 runs.
Lovely shot.
Yeah, very nice shot. What Saba does very well is he moves back in his crease, gives himself just a little bit of space to get under it. And it's the 150 up for the Czech Republic. Loss of 4 wickets, still a few overs left as well. And Jawid Zadran will probably bowl 2 of those. Akib Iqbal with the other bowler from the Banks end.
Yeah, Jarwin needs to be careful here. He doesn't want to give away another 20 runs. This would be the worst time to bowl another loose over.
Well, if you can get a wicket though, this will be a big wicket.
If you can get a wicket, this will be massive.
That's outside off stump, called a wide. There is he's playing with fire a little bit because there's no one back on the offside at all. So if he's bowling that offside line, all it takes is a tickle to get it past the man at a very short third man. Like that.
Shot.
Well, that's the line he's bowling, but he's got very little protection on that side.
Yeah. Again, this is. We talked about this yesterday about an exercise in bowling to your field.
It's clever cricket from Davisi, and you know what? You know what? He's got 13 fours at the moment. Is he gunning for Dylan Staines' world record? Might be.
So I reckon Dylan's been hanging that over him for a few weeks now.
This one's just been pushed down to the mid-wicket area. Just a single. And bring Bhuyan on strike.
The bowler ran a long way to field it off his own bowling, all the way to mid-wicket. Sub-1 Davisi moves to 97 of 63, going along very nicely. Still a couple of balls left in this over. Yes. And with that boundary at the start of the over, the 150th for the Czechs came up. Currently 156 for 4 with two balls to go in this 18th over.
Bhuyan, he'll want to get Davisi on strike. He's got a bit of a free hit here, I think. There's 2 balls left.
Yeah, I reckon he has.
And he goes for it, hit down the ground. Just be a single, I think.
Running hard. Almost a fumble on the boundary line.
No, tempted to run too, but
there was a thought of running too. There was a thought. They ran that first one hard, but yeah, I think the fumble of the fielder was noticed a little bit too late. That's okay. Sub are on.
Man, they've got a man deep at third man now, but still no protection square. And that's a good ball to end.
I'm not sure.
So at the moment, 2 overs to go. The Czech Republic, a very good score. They're mounting 157 for 4. They'll get past that 165, I think, Phil, you mentioned.
They will, yes.
And it really depends on how well these Austrians bowl the last couple of overs. And if they can get, if Sajid Bhuyan can hit a couple, or they can get Davisi back on strike, I think there's quite easy singles pretty much all around the infield. And it will be Akib Iqbal to bowl his final over. Bowling to Bhuyan. So hit in the air, player under it, should take this one, and does on a little bit of a juggle there. And that's the end of Sajid Bhuyan. And so it was, he's gone for 4 off 6 balls and didn't quite get motoring. But what it's done is it's put Sub-1 Davisi back on strike.
Well, yeah, he's managed to get the changeover of batsman, so he's brought Subber on to strike, which is, I think, ultimately what he should have been trying. But he's trying to hit out or get out, and he's, unfortunately for Bhuyan, he's gotten out.
There's a good piece of captaincy, I think, here from Arun Ashokan. Smit Patel is a hair between the wickets, runs very, very well as been sent in. He's a decent batsman, is Smit Patel, but what he'll do, he'll run very hard between the wickets, and he'll really push Sub-1 Davisi to get towards his 100. He's on 97 as Davisi.
Yeah, that's very good thinking by Arun Ashokan to send in Smith for exactly those reasons, Danny. Very, very good captaincy. Clever, smart, thinking about what's going to happen in the next 11 deliveries and how important it is.
So Iqbal picks up a wicket. It's well deserved. I think he's bowled pretty well as Akib Iqbal. He's done very well opening the bowling for the Austrian side. He's second over on both days. It's been a bit more expensive, but I think he's been pretty good at the top of the bowling order. Davisi just pushes that one down. Just be a single. It'll bring Patel on strike. Well, it might be an overthrow, and they didn't see it.
We're looking. Ashok Kumar in the chat was asking if he thinks that the Czechs can make 175. I think they can make 175. They're going on quite nicely. No reason they can't do that. I pitched it about 160, 165. They should make that quite easily, I'd say, with still 10 balls to go.
It depends on whether Davisi stays in.
160.
No, not 160, 175.
I said 160. They'll get 160 easily.
Oh, it's just been hitting the air. Simpson Parker's coming in. He's going to take another one. That's a poor shot there from Smith Patel. Really didn't need to do that. Just needed to give Davisi the strike, which he's done, I guess. But not
it's
the
interesting,
greatest
isn't it?
shot.
We kind of praised Aaron for what we believe was a good tactical move, bringing in Smith to get between the wickets nice and quick. Yet Smith hasn't executed accordingly. I mean, he's got Subber on strike, as you say, Danny, but probably not the way to do it.
Yeah, it was a poor shot. A couple of poor shots actually been played recently in the last couple of overs. Yeah. Czech batsman, just give Davisi the strike. He's on 98 off 65. And it will be very experienced Naveed Ahmed will come in to join Davisi in the middle.
Iqbal's now found himself getting 2 wickets in 3 balls. He's going to feel pretty good about himself when he looks at those figures later on today.
I'll tell you what, if they get Davisi here, I think the Austrians will come in with their tails up.
They certainly
the batting.
will.
There's Iqbal bowling to Davisi. And he's
False start.
Davisi, Naveed Ahmed is very strong off his legs. So if he does clip them for 6 quite often.
Oh yeah, we've seen that. Davisi gives him the charge.
Straight, bit of a chance for a run out, holds it back. It says on the scorecard it's Ushan Gunatalaika, but it's not. It's Naveed Ahmed, the batsman. I'm sure that'll be changed soon, but it is Naveed Ahmed definitely. And this one's, well, that's going to go to the boundary for 4. And just a bit of a lucky one. Bit of an outside edge, I think. I was going to look for the ball. Not quite sure what went on. Not sure why it's saying out. It definitely wasn't out.
There's some vision that we're not seeing to call it out. Because if it was out, we would have known by now. It's better. 4.
Yeah, 4 runs.
Yes. Who's hitting the out button?
I think it was it buys. So it must have hit the keeper. There we go. That's what we missed. That's why it went took such a wicked angle. I don't know.
It definitely wasn't out though.
No. Comes bowler again. Ahmed, big swing and a miss. Not what you need to do at the moment, Naveed. You need to get Subwood Davisi on strike. He's on 99. Well,
admittedly,
he has got him on strike.
If they take it a single.
yeah, fair enough, Phil.
In fact, if he had patted away and gone for a single, Subwood would have stood his ground and just said, I don't know where you're going, but I'm staying right here.
So Davisi is on 99 off 66. Deserves his 100. I think he's batted very well, has Davisi. And again, not quite as fluid as what we've seen him in the past.
Wasn't there a game in Malta where Subba almost got stranded on 99, or he did get stranded?
He got.
He took a while to get those runs.
It was his first tournament, and he averaged over 100 for the tournament. We'll come back to it after this.
I thought he got stranded in the last over on the high 90s. He couldn't get to 90 to 100.
Well, I'm not sure about this tournament. I know that
in Malta.
The first in the one that happened about a month or so ago.
Yeah.
The first time he played in Valletta, he averaged about 100. He got run out twice. This one's been hit over the top. That's 4 runs. Lovely shot there, and that's his 100. And he's happy about that.
Is he ever? Bit of a leap. The dugout are on their feet, giving him a standing ovation. And isn't he happy? Bit of hug from the little man. They say, well batted, sir. Well deserved ton.
So one of them was a no ball. It was a no ball, and he was caught and was walking off, and the Maltese keeper ran him out, which we weren't very impressed with.
That's pretty ordinary.
He was 96 or something like that. He did hit 100, and I think he got run out in the 90s in that tournament as well. Got player of the series for some reason. There we go. Against Gibraltar, he hit 98. That's right. Against
98.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's He did hit 100 down in Malta against Bulgaria with that record partnership with Dylan Stain.
That's right, yes. And there he goes with another T20I century. Congratulations, that's his third in his career. He's going to feel pretty good about this one.
It's a good ball. It's the first one on this ground, though.
That's what I was thinking. Is it his first home T20I?
The other two have been in Malta. It likes that ground in Malta.
It does.
It is a great little ground there.
It is a lovely ground, though, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. First home century in T20I for Sub 1 Division. Congratulations, sir. Well played, well batted. Sad
run again, and this one's just clamped down. Just take a single. Yeah, pumping the score up a little bit. 167 for 6. Back 168. Bring Navid Ahmed on strike. And I think he really should just get Davisi on strike.
Brief hello to Hardik Jadev in the chat. Please say my name. I'm not sure why he wants me to say his name, but yeah, Hardik wants me to say his name. Yeah, I know his name is louder. Well, I'll say it softer. How's that?
So there's a couple of records we'll go through with Sabah. Might do that at the end. Oh, it's going to be 4 runs, 4 wides actually.
Ouch.
That's that right-handed, left-handed combination.
That's got to hurt.
So with Sabah, he's most runs on a single ground. He's the 4th highest. That's in T20 Internationals. He's at 490, and I'm sure that's at Marsa. But lots of interesting little statistics. Highest batting average is 5th, and most runs in a debut match is 6th. And that's statistics overall, is it, Venki? Thanks for that. Yeah. Fantastic.
3 balls to come. 173 for 6.
Oh, well played there. Just punched into the covers. Gets Davisi on strike. Well played by Ahmed.
Yeah, very well played. So 2 balls to come. Sabah on strike. 104 runs off 69 deliveries with 14 boundaries, 14 fours and 2 sixes, striking at 150. It's fair to say he's had a pretty good innings.
Yeah, it's been very good from Sabah.
He's pretty handy, this guy.
He's okay. And just to think that some of the big guns actually missed out for the Czech Republic as well.
They really did, didn't they?
Enrique Tomar and Sudesh,
yes.
and also Aaron Ashokan. So it's been on the back of this very good innings by Davisi that they've pumped the score up to 174. And this one's been hit beautifully. Moved across and smashed it over the deep square leg boundary. Well,
he monstered that.
And that's a beautiful, beautiful shot. And 180 is the score at the moment.
Yeah. Got into position and absolutely monstered that. Lovely shot. Premeditated all the way, but he connected. And yeah, a few of the Austrian fielders down there just watched it sail over their heads. They should keep their mouth closed when they do that. They're going to get sunburn on the roof of their mouths otherwise.
There's too much cloud for that at the moment, Phil.
I got sunburnt yesterday. It was cloudy. I don't know how that happened.
Probably your pale complexion.
I'm not even a ginge. I don't know how that happened. Hello to all the gingers out there. Last ball of the innings. Or maybe not.
Call it wide.
Maybe not. There you go. Let's try that again.
Well, Austria are going to have to bat very well to get to this total. They're very capable, though. They've got some fantastic batting options, especially with the skipper, Rosmal Shigiwal, Mark Simpson Parker, and also the man who missed out, Alsan Mirza. It's the last ball. Just been poked down towards point just for a single. And I think the Czechs will be very happy with the score they've mounted up. 182, lost 6 wickets, but 182 is the score. 183 to win for the Austrians. They're going to have to bat very, very well, just going about just over 9 and over.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna have to belt the pants off themselves here. The Austrians, they're going to have to put in a very good start, and their top batsmen, as you've just named them there, Danny, are going to have to put in a pretty big show to overhaul this total.
Well, they're capable, but we saw that Mark Simpson Parker did have that finger injury. Hopefully it doesn't affect his batting. He was devastating last year against the Czechs in the final game of the day, the tournament. And Rosmal Shigiwal
Sabodovisi walking off the ground to generous applause from his teammates, standing ovation, carried his bat all the way through, 111 runs, not out, 71 balls, 14 fours, 3 sixes, hitting at 156 strike rate. What a performance.
Oh, fantastic from Davisi. I think he's going to pick up another man of the match award unless something drastic happens with this Austrian side.
He's certainly thrown the gauntlet down to the Austrian batsman and said, here you go, have a go at that.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Austrian side are ranked about 12 ranking points higher, or places higher than the Czech Republic. But
yep.
I think the Czech Republic are trying to prove a point here, but, especially on home turf. There are no easy beats at all. And Zadran went for 50 off his 3 overs. Well,
tough.
Very tough.
That's tough. That's harsh. I worried when he came back, but I think that maybe that was their bowling plan and they had to stick to it.
Well, Dida, who we saw bowl yesterday, is not in the 11.
That's right.
So it's but then they did bring in Abkajan and Umar Tariq.
Yeah.
But it was definitely the runs that scored was from Jawid Zadran. So let's have a quick look at the bowling at the card. Just with the Sabodovisi, not out 111 off 71 balls, 14 fours and 3 sixes. Great effort. Dylan Stain contributed well. Good opening partnership. 25 off 18. Aaron Shakan will run a ball. 13. It was the opening partnership of 53, which was pretty good. Then not much really troubling the scorers.
No one else in double figures, except for the extras. 25 extras in that. I think the Austrians will have a look at that one, won't they?
They were very disciplined with the ball yesterday, but a lot of wides. And
15 wides, Danny.
15 wides. Just not good enough. I think the coach will have a bit of a chat to them.
They certainly will. That's quite remarkable when you see that the extras have equal second top score in the innings with Dylan Stain. Let's have a look at the bowlers. Yeah, look at that. Javid Iqbal, 2 wickets off his 4 overs. Went for 28. I was pretty impressed with Javid Iqbal. He bowls with a lot of fire. But that man, Shahil Momin, very economical with 1 for 21 off his 4. Bowled very, very tight in the middle overs. Really put the brakes on at one point. Where I actually thought they were going to struggle to hit 160 at one point. Although Sabah was still there. There was always that possibility. And I got to feel a bit for Jawid Zadran, who came away with 50 runs off his 3 overs, no wickets, and he got a bit of treatment with 2 sixes and 7 fours off his bowling. The other bowlers, Umar Tariq went for 13 off his 1 over, a little bit expensive as well. Shout out to Sahel Zadran, 1 for 33 off his 4, bowled pretty well. And Abdullah, who came into the team today, very economical, only 7, bowling at 7, picked up 2 important wickets for 28. That was about the time when we saw a couple of wickets falling quickly. I think the 3 wickets went in about 10 or 12 balls, possibly, I think it was. And we thought, oh, hang on, there's a change of wind here, let's see what happens. But that's a pretty good batting scorecard for the Czechs and for the bowlers. Yeah, they're going to feel that they weren't on song this morning. They're going to think that we chose the bowl first, but we didn't execute.
I think it was a good opening partnership that put a lot of pressure on them up top. And you'd expect Iqbal and also especially Sahil Zadran to pick up a wicket or two, and it just didn't happen for them. And it put pressure on the rest of the bowling order.
Yeah.
Saw Umar Tariq came in first change. He got 13 hit off his first over. And then it was stemmed a bit by Sahil Momin, who's excellent. But then Jawid was hammered by Davisi mainly.
He was.
So
we've got a run chase coming up.
We do.
And it's going to be a very exciting run chase. We know the Austrians are capable of overhauling big scores. They're going to have to bat out of their skins to make 183 off their 20 overs against the Czech bowling attack. The Czechs are going to be up and about. The run rate required is going to be around about 9.1, 9.11. It's all for them to play for to continue their winning ways, or will the Czechs cause an upset? I can't wait for this run chase.
It's going to be well. They're going to have to bowl well, the Czechs, because the Austrians are very capable of getting this total. They're especially up top. I think that the captain, Rasmus Shigawal, is the important wicket, but also Mark Simpson Parker and Azan Mirza, who he missed out yesterday. He was out to a very good delivery from William Cope against Luxembourg. And
if I remember correctly, last year Mirza had a blinder against the Czechs in that last game with a quick 550 off nothing. If I remember correctly, he had an absolute rip snorter of a game.
Yeah, was absolutely fantastic.
So we'll be back here in about 15 minutes. We'll jump in and grab ourselves a cup of coffee. You do as well, and we look forward to seeing you back here for a very exciting run chase. All to play for both teams to stamp their authority in this competition. Don't go too far. See you soon.
So welcome back to the second innings of this game between the Czech Republic and Austria. T20I from Prague in the Central Europe Cup, and it will be Samira Madaranga will be bowling first ball of this innings to Habib Ahmadzai. It's a full toss, whipped away. Bit of a loosener there from Samira. They should come back for a comfortable 2. Still in Stain out there with a rifle throw over the stumps. Good fielder. So 183 to win for Austria. They're very capable, but there's a bit of injury news. Mark Simpson Parker, who we saw went down with a bit of an injury trying to take a catch. He's not opening the batting, and he's looks in a bit of discomfort. Comes Madaranga. Comes down leg side, called a wide. And Hassan Mirza is the other batsman who was open with Ahmadzai. So Mirza missed out yesterday. You want to make amends. It's very important up the top of the innings for Austria. As is Ahmadzai. Samira comes in again. This one's not. Is it going to be called? It will be called a wide. It's a bit loose there from Samira. He does spray them sometimes. And the skipper having a bit of a chat with him. He should be getting a bit of movement. Samira, he does get quite a bit of outswing and also cut off the pitch away from the batsman. There's a man down, a third man for that. Shokin at short cover as well. There's a line he should be bowling. And that's a bit of an appeal. It's a bit of a mix-up and well backed up there. It's very good from Sabun Divisi. Well drilled this side. Been doing a lot of work with Charles Croucher, the coach for the Czech Republic, who you often see on the ECN. The Sheriff. Madaranga coming in again. And it's been clipped away. Stain won't get there. That's 4 runs. Nice shot. Bit too full there for Madaranga. Just clipped off his toes. And that's first boundary of the innings to Austria. It's a pretty bright start so far for Austria. A bit loose from Madaranga. Not quite getting his line or length. And Ahmadzai is doing what his skipper wants him to do. We'll probably see Shigewal at number 3. That's cut away down towards third man, and a bit of a fumble down there. Didn't cost him a run. We'll bring Hassan Mirza on strike. Big man Mirza gets the ball a long way. There's the power play. 2 men out, still in Stain out there patrolling the boundary. Pretty much a cow corner. And it's also Sabun Divisi who has come back here, right in front of the commentary box. At a long off, he's not quite on the boundary. Not sure if that's intentional. Here comes Madaranga. And hits the pad, and looked like it was going down leg side. Very enthusiastic appeal. I call it a leg bye, but going from our angle, probably going down leg side, I'd say. Not that we have the greatest angle from the commentary box. So Phil's going to join us back in the tent. Phil, good start from Austria so far.
Yeah, solid start from Austria at the moment there, Danny. And welcome everyone. Welcome back to the run chase, the exciting run chase. Yeah, great start for Austria. Bit of a wayward first over there from Samira. Went for 11. And yeah, great start for Austria. The start they would have wanted. Bad news for Mark Simpson Parker. Yeah, he had a bit of a tumble going for a catch late in the Czech innings. His wrist is a little bit puffed up. He's in a bit of discomfort. Ice pack is being applied, and the Austrians are hoping they won't be needing him. but if they do need him, he's one of their quality batsmen. And we hope that it's not a bad injury he's got. We hope it's just something that can be remedied pretty quickly. But he was in a bit of discomfort, and he's sitting it out at the moment.
Ushan, the Czech keeper, has asked for the helmet because it will be Navid Ahmed like yesterday. Actually, it's not Navid Ahmed. It's the debutant. It's Tripuri Kanya, who will be trusted with the ball. He's an awkward bowler, is Tree. He's from Brno. And so Ushan will know him very well. It's a good move. The Austrians would not have seen him before. He's a bit all arms and legs in his bowling action. And he's a bit of a combination of a spinner and a medium pacer. That's a good start. And Ushan would have kept many overs to Tree. Ushan has moved up to Prague for work and is now playing for Prague Cricket Club. Was a long-time member of Brno. This one's been hit down the ground and no run. It's a good fielder there in Smith Patel. Good start here from Tree.
Yeah, very good start from Tripurari here. So it's very good ploy from Arun to get him on early.
This one's hit into the covers and just been knocked down. Just one run. So a couple of spin options. Navid Ahmed also, we saw him bowl yesterday. He was very, very good. And Mirza has called for the cap, taking away the helmet.
I think the Czechs will be pretty keen to see the back of Mirza, considering last year we saw him tear it up for Austria against the Czech team with a very quick 550, if I remember correctly. He's a big unit. He can smack the ball very hard. He missed that yesterday. He went very cheaply.
Spinned it over the top.
That's what he can do.
Nice shot that.
Right on song, right on the moment we're talking about. That's what he can do. Really just hit through the line of the ball and just collected a lovely four over towards the vacant deep cover boundary. Great hit.
Yeah, lovely shot. Just a bit of a message from Mark Stain from New Zealand. Hi guys, love your commentary. Thank you very much. And if you ever come to New Zealand, you need to have a mince and cheese pie, and which I would absolutely love to do. I've not really been to New Zealand apart from the airport, which doesn't really count in my books. You been to New Zealand, Phil?
No, the closest I got to New Zealand was Melbourne, which is where I was born. Unfortunately, I wish I'd gotten to New Zealand. All the years I spent living in Melbourne, I never got across the pond to visit them.
Well, it's still there, Phil.
Is it? I thought it would move further away.
They're towing it away from Australia for some reason.
Oh, I don't blame them.
There's been such a boom in New Zealand since the Lord of the Rings films.
Which films are that?
Lord of the Rings films?
Oh, yes,
I've
heard of those. Yes, the Lord of the Rings films. Yes,
yeah, they it used to be that people in Europe wanted to go to Australia, it was their dream, and then Lord of the Rings films came out, and it's like everyone who wants to go to New Zealand and might go to Australia. Yeah,
they sort of cast their eyes a little bit further afield and looked beyond Australia, and they saw this absolutely stunning, beautiful country, New Zealand. And it really is. It's quite beautiful, and they got lovely wineries there as well.
Mm-hmm.
I do love my wines. The Marlborough region, Cloudy Bay, one of my favourite drops. That one.
Me too.
Lovely stuff. But yeah, great part of the world, and definitely some place I will want to visit. Wife's always at me about going there. She said next time we go to Australia, let's continue on to New Zealand. Yeah, I think that sounds about right for me. We'll go there. And a cheese and mince pie, was it?
Cheese and mince pie. Absolutely. We have good pies from the Down Under. Big plug for them in the pie shop. And pies from them yesterday.
Sounds good.
Let's hit down the ground. Just be a single. They'll look for two. And a bit of a fumble out there from the tank. And gave away a run. Good running there from the Austrians. And it is Madarenga who'll continue.
Yeah, it's good start here from Austria. They're looking pretty solid. Haven't given any chances away. The Czechs will want to come with a quick breakthrough.
It's Outside off stump, called it wide again. It's been pretty loose for Mataranga. And want to see what the skipper thinks, because he's just not bowling with much control. Is Samir at the moment. They needed a better start than this, the Czechs. Going at about 10 and over the Austrians. Comes in again. It's a bit short. Chases on. I think it'll get towards the boundary. Don't think it'll get there. Come back for 2.
Oh, clever bit of fielding out there. Flick back to his fielding partner, who rifled the ball in, and there was no chance for a second there.
Yeah, still not great bowling for Mataranga. A bit short there. Lucky to get away with it. Should have been hit for 4.
Sorry, no chance for 3rd. They already ran the 2. Apologies to Mirza for that. 22 for no loss.
It's been a positive start for Austria. It's got to be close, and umpire not interested. It's very well pitched up. Let's take a leg by, possibly going down leg.
Yeah, Mirza's been wrapped on the pads a few times now. Seems to be just taking a split second longer to get the bat down.
Yeah, he has.
Just a period of adjustment, I reckon, because he did miss out yesterday. Didn't really get a good look at the pitch.
Well, it's definitely something to target for the Czechs, because you're right, he has been wrapped on the pads a couple of times. Mataranga now bowling to Ahmadzai. It's been hit, and it's been hit a long way. Dylan Staines there, and he takes a catch, and that's a wicket. Well, you wouldn't want any other fielder out there than Dylan Stain, who's got a very safe pair of hands. Didn't quite get hold of it, did the batsman, and Habib Ahmadzai has to go for 9. That's a big breakthrough there for the Czech Republic with the opener gone.
Oh yes, they're going to feel good about that. Get that first wicket on the board and then start to apply the pressure again onto the Austrian team. Just as Austria were getting off to a good fly, called it before, they were 22 with that loss, 23 with that loss, and suddenly that wicket's gone. But it does bring in one of the most dangerous men in the Austrian team for their batting, and that is the skipper, Razmal Shiguel. And he had a blinder of an innings yesterday.
He's a very good batsman. He didn't take any risks either, and I think he'll be the same. He'll consolidate and let Mirza have a bit of a hit, the big man. He'll put a bit of free license during the power play. But Shiguel is very good. They'll want to see the back of him very, very soon with the Czech team.
The stage is set now for Razmal to impose himself into this game, and also it's set for the Czechs to try to snaffle another wicket. If they remove one of these two, it's going to change complexion yet again.
We'll need both of them. They're both very dangerous. Shiguel probably the class batsman of the two. Mirza, big hitter, and that's a good early wicket there for the Czechs.
Yeah, these two batsmen, if they get set, they will be the key for Austria, no doubt.
Here comes Mataranga. Just punch into the covers, actually to point, and no run. Sorry, 1 run. Gets off the mark as Shiguel runs well between the wickets. Liam Day saying, good evening fellas, doesn't get any better than a New Zealand bakery.
I don't know, I think Australian bakeries are pretty good.
Some of them, yeah.
Some of them are right.
I did a bit of a road trip down the south coast of New South Wales, and we stopped at every little bakery and grabbed a pie. Did that with my nephew Patrick. This one's hit onto the leg side. Stain is doing well to get there, and he won't get there. He's got a lot of territory to cover there, does Dylan Stain. And just a bit too short and not good enough from Mataranga. Did get the wicket, but I don't think he's been at his best at all, has Mataranga. I would change him from that end. Probably try Sudesh, I think. I think that's what the skipper might do. It will be Tree, I think, to continue. So, Chipere Kanyalal went for 6 off his first over. It was pretty tidy. There was one boundary off it. And as I said, he's an awkward bowler. making his debut here for the Czech Republic. Here's Tree. He's been a good bowler in the leagues for a long time. So Liam Day, Shahs Fahad, he will qualify for the qualifiers, World Cup qualifiers. He's in the lineup for that. He's at the ground, but he's not yet qualified for the Czech team. He's been in the Czech Republic for quite a while. Come back to that in a moment. This one's been punched out to point for no run. But he spent quite a bit of time back home in Bangladesh, especially during the lockdown, and so he's been here for quite a few years as Shahs, and also business owner. He's co-owns a restaurant in Kalin, which I'm planning to visit very shortly. Here comes Tree again. Oh, it's a good ball.
What do you mean you're planning to visit shortly? I'm coming too. You're the one who got the discount card.
Absolutely. Kashmir Hills restaurant in Kalin. So big plug for Fahad's restaurant. But yeah, he'll be qualified, and I think he'll add a lot to this team. So it's cut away down the gully, and no run again. Good fielding, nice and sharp. Good bowling by Tree.
And speaking of plugs, I just wanted to give a quick plug to City of Prague, who've helped out this tournament and Czech Cricket immensely, both financially and with logistical support. We've got their posters around the ground to remind everybody where they are. We thoroughly enjoyed the partnership with the City of Prague. They've done well by us, and we hope that they think the same of us, that we're looking after them as well. So big thank you, big supporters of cricket, and can't ask a lot much more than that. Good bunch of people there.
Here comes Tree again. It's down leg side, tucked around the corner. Navid's chasing it. Should be 2. I'll look for 3. I don't think they'll get there. And bit of a weak arm there for Novin Ahmed. I think he's got a better arm than that, but they'll look at that and try to tuck another one around the corner. Can't be too straight, can Tree. And that line outside off stump is probably the line he wants to bowl. That's going to be called a wide. Pushes the ball through pretty quickly, does Tree. It's a bit of a mystery bowler. Is he a spinner? Is he a medium pacer? That's a bit short, and that's put away. There's a man out there who does well. That's the tank critic Tomar. I'll bring Mirza on strike. By the way, talking about plugs, big thanks to Mazadar for providing lunch today, and it was delicious. A little chicken curry with rice, and a delicious naan. So
I think they're looking after us again tomorrow, aren't they, Danny?
I'm looking forward to that tomorrow as well.
Yeah, big thanks to those guys for helping us out. First time they've helped us out with the catering for lunch, and I think I can see a lot of smiles around the ground today from their curries. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's been smashed past a Tree, and that's going to be 4 runs. Hits the ball very hard as that Mirza. Let the agricultural smells back, Phil.
Yeah, it's I'm hunting around for the source. I don't know where it's coming from.
I don't want to find the source, mate.
Well, I mean it's coming from somewhere. I mean
The wind is swirling a bit, so I don't know how we've ended up downwind of that.
But yeah, it's definitely coming and going. So
In a weird way, I kind of prefer it to the wind we had yesterday. It was coming into our face and blasting
Conditions yesterday were
Arctic wind.
quite tough yesterday for not just the players but also for commentators. It was it came around from over our shoulder and it turned to coming straight into our face, and it was very, very difficult conditions here. There was a lot of noise coming through the effects mic as well. It's a lot less wind here today. There is a very large dark cloud has just moved over the ground. It's gotten a little darker here. I still don't think there's any chance of any rain. I think we're going to be pretty lucky here. Vinor itself is pretty much in its own little microcosm when it comes to weather. So if you see forecast of rain in Prague, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to hit here. It's just a weird geographical thing that we have here. We're quite happy about that too. But it has gotten a little bit darker here. You may see it on camera. I don't think there's a chance of rain, or even if there is something, it'll be a drop and then it will go. The wind is pushing the clouds pretty quickly, and the clouds are quite high.
There's a good move from the skipper, Sudesh, on the bowl. It's been hit hard, and there's no one back there, and that is 6 runs, I think. Well, it's right in the slot there for Shigiwal, and with the power play in, there's no one back there. That's not a good start there from Vikramasekara.
Yeah, Razmal got in a position quickly. He picked that one and he slotted it perfectly for 6. I think it only just got over the rope for 6, but it had enough. So Beast is going to have to have a little bit of a think about this. How does he bowl to this very dangerous batsman?
Just short of a length. That's pitched it right up again. I think more success pitching up to Mirza, because an LBW candidate is Mirza, but he does hit the ball very hard. He's starting to get his eye in. Mirza 17 off 8 at the moment.
Well, the Austrians are running at just under 10 and over right now. So at their run rate required of just under 9, they're ahead of the game. 1 wicket down. This chase is going on nicely for them so far in the early stages.
Yeah, no need to panic for the Czechs though.
Nope.
There's
plenty of time, plenty of cricket.
time, but they will want to get these two back in the pavilion. Comes Sudesh again, ball into the dangerous Mirza. Oh, just clamped down on that one. So it's a good move, I think, from Arun to put Sudesh, his most experienced bowler. He's probably dropped a bit in pace over the last few years. Good all-rounder for the Czech Republic, has been for many years. Comes in again. It's been hit firm to Divisi. Chance for a run out, doesn't pick it up. He ran very early then, the Austrians. Brings Shigawal back on strike.
Yeah, it's just a slight fumble in there from Divisi, but I think batsman was always home. There was no chance of a run out there. He did take off very quickly on that one. Subba was a little bit back. A little bit deep.
Oh, it's a good ball. Bit of a false shot there. And well bowled by Sudesh. A little bit quicker that one.
Yeah, he took the batsman by surprise there, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a bit of a false shot to point. It was in the air for a little bit. Never really a chance. It's Sazi Bouyan out there. But good comeback from the Beast after being monstered on the first ball for 6. It's a bit short, hit back past him, and be no run. Good work by Divisi to cut it off.
Yeah, Divisi had come in since that last shot down the ground and stopped a certain single, and that's the end of the over. 5 overs gone, 44 for 1. The Austrians going along at 8.8. That was a very good over, except for, as Danny says, that first 6 from, I think it was Razmal hit that 6. Yeah, he went for only 2 more after that and 3 dot balls. A good recovery from Sudesh in that over.
So this is last over of the power play. It is Tree. It's Tripurari Kanyalal who'll be bowling that last over. It's his 3rd over of his spell. It's bowled pretty well so far.
It's pretty economical so far, isn't he?
Yeah, but this is the last over of the power play, and you can see Mirza looking onto the golf course, looking out into the field in front of him. I think he's going to try and launch a big attack here in this over. See if Tree can hold it together.
There's a lot of space on that golf course too, by the way.
Hasn't been played on much, that golf course.
Yeah, it's especially been quiet over the last couple of years, hasn't it?
Oh, good ball, good start. Just poked down to. It's a good effort, and well, it's hit the stumps, and they take a second. Don't know if that run out was on. It was the skipper Ashokan who hit the stumps. And did scamper through for a second. Bring Mirza back on strike.
Yeah, umpire Chris Tebb was unmoved there from the appeal. As the wind's ever so slightly picking up again. Just as a bit of a cloud passes around the back of us.
Comes Tree again. No, it's just Mirza looking to launch him somewhere. Big swing and got away with that one. Bit of an edge. I think it'll go down for 4. Got past the keeper, and that's 4 runs. Dodgy outside edge. Well bowled. A little unlucky.
Yeah, very unlucky there.
It was a bit too much of a thick outside edge for the keeper Ushan to get onto it.
Yeah, Mir's a bit streaky there, but he's going along well. He's 24 off 12.
He's definitely swinging hard at it.
He is definitely. There's no doubt about his intention to be swinging hard. Absolutely. If he's not middling him and if he's edging him, they're still going to fly away extremely quick with a lot of power. He's a well-built man, and he's a dangerous customer.
It's a bit short. And
Quicker though.
yeah, he's
Pushed it past him.
he does that. He's as I said, he's very awkward as a bowler. His tree. And so I think he's a good addition to this Czech side. Just gives them another option.
Yeah, a bit of variety there.
Oh, this one's hit hard, and that is 6 runs.
Well, there's only one variety of that.
Well, just leant back on it, hit it straight, hit it flat, and that's Smith Patel looking for the ball in the grain field.
He's going to come up with a real potato if he stays there long enough. He's found it pretty quickly, actually. Let's hope that was the one that was there originally. Well, you can give him a bit of a wipe on the ground, and I think we're good to go. Very quick recovery, but what a lusty shot that was.
Now it's the last over the power play, and the Czechs will be able to put players back. They'll need to do that with these two. Shigualo's very intelligent. I'm sure he'll poke it around and give the big man Mirza the strike.
12 off the over so far.
Just hit down to Navid Ahmed. He had a big gap and just couldn't quite get it away.
He's 1 or 2 metres either side. He could have been in with a boundary there. Instead, he's picked out the man.
Just mishit it slightly. Yeah, big wicket if they can get him. He's on 30 or 15 already, the big man Mirza. Oh, not that bad. Bit of bowling there from Tree. Pushed him back. Just a single.
Good last ball of the power play.
Yeah, very good last ball. But 57 for 1. They're going just 9.5 and over. They're right on the run rate. And they still have to continue that for the rest of the innings. It'll be interesting to see how they turn to from the Chateau end, from the Zamek end. The Czechs will probably be Navid Ahmed, I'd say.
Yeah, you think they might continue with a bit of a spin attack or a slow attack rather than bring on another medium pacer?
Yeah, I think so. It's a good option here. Sajid Bhuyan come in. He pushes the ball through quite well. He's quite economical normally, but again, if he over pitches or pitches too short, he's going to get launched. But he's usually pretty reliable. Did take 3 wickets against Luxembourg yesterday. He was my man of the match. I was a bit surprised that he didn't get the nod, but the umpires are favouring batsmen.
Yes, there was a long conversation with the umpires and the scorers, and despite your best efforts to while on air to suggest that Bhuyan was in with a shot.
Yeah, this is an important over here coming up. And this is hit down the ground. If easy, you'll cut that off. Just be a single. Nicely hit there from Mirza. So it'll bring Shigual on strike. Just punch down the ground. This should just be a single. Yeah, but this one's been hit nicely. That's 4 runs. Wow, hit it very hard there through the onside. That's a good boundary then again for Mirza, who missed out yesterday. Lucky for Luxembourg, I think, because he's smashing the Czech attack. Just a little bit short there. Got on the back foot. Hit it nicely through the 30 onside. Big man Mirza.
Obviously, there's something about the Czech bowling he does enjoy there, Danny. It's not the first time I've seen him go after him like this.
He's a dangerous batsman.
36 off 18.
Bhuyan again. It's a good ball. Dug out a Yorker. Just be a single. These two batsmen, they know they have to get them out early, and they're starting to build a nice partnership here. Shigawal and Mirza. Bhuyan bowling to Shigawal, the skipper. Oh, it's little bit short.
This,
Got away with it.
this partnership's yielded
41 runs already off 25 deliveries. You're absolutely right. This is a very good partnership.
And the Czechs will need to break this one in the next, well, probably the next 3 or 4 overs if they want to put pressure back on the Austrians, because at the moment they're dictating terms.
This one's dragged from outside off stump down to square leg. Just a single. Bit of a dodgy shot. But yeah, this is an important partnership for Austria because we know that Mark Simpson-Park has got that hand injury.
Yeah, yeah.
And he might be called upon later in the innings. There's a lot of batting to come for Austria though.
Yeah, I'd be pretty confident that the Aussies won't want to call on Mark Simpson-Parker unless, you know, it was absolutely necessary. But yeah, I think these two guys, they're definitely entrenched now. 42 off 26, both going along quite nicely. Razvan Shigewell hasn't seen a lot of the strike, but he's quite rightly turning it over to his batting partner Ashan.
Yeah, look, it's been a good innings from Shigewell as well as Mirza, and it will be Sudesh Vikramasekaran. He's changing ends. As I mentioned, it sometimes when you change ends, it just changes things for you. He does prefer to come from this bottom end, from the bank's end, but it's again a good move, swapping ends by the skipper. Needs a wicket. He's a big bowler for the Czech Republic. Sudesh. It's tucked around the corner. Chases on for Ahmed, who will not get there. That's 4 runs. Just played off his hip. Just a bit too straight there from Sudesh. A nice shot from Shigewell. He's a class batsman.
Yeah, these two are looking pretty set. Obviously Mirza going along very nicely, had most of the strike, but Shigewell, dangerous customer himself, had a great innings yesterday against Luxembourg. Scored himself a man of the match trophy as well.
Absolutely, and the Czechs need to either keep the run rate down or get wickets or both. Otherwise the Austrians will get this pretty comfortably. And it's just patted down on the leg side for a single, brings Mirza on strike. Mirza looking very dangerous. Shigewell just playing his role. Just overrun a ball. It's Mirza who's doing the damage. He's hit 5 4s and a 6 so far. It'll be Sudesh bowling to Mirza. Nicely pitched up, clamped down on it, and just a single. The keeper does well to get there. Never a chance of a run out. Well run there by Shigewell.
Yeah, Razvan was very quick on the call there to get his partner off strike. Could see there was an easy run there. Yeah, keeper could not stop the single. So halfway through the 8th over, so they're trying to put the brakes on here.
Oh, it's got a bit lucky there to Shigewell. It's gone down to 3rd man. In fact, it's gone for 4. Well,
that looked like it kept it a little bit low.
Yeah, a bit of a false shot. And the bowler holding his head. The partnership's up 52 or 30. It's been pretty good. Just what the Austrians needed. They needed a good start, just like the Czechs. Czechs had a good start as well. They got over the 50 mark for the first wicket partnership. It's the 2nd wicket. And they're on 75 for 1.
Yeah, they're keeping that run rate just below 10, sort of between 9 and 10, which would get you to the winning total in time with maybe an over to spare. And I think that's pretty good chase tactics. If that's the battle plan, they're executing it perfectly.
Yeah, that is going to plan at the moment for the Austrians. A wicket or two will change that for the Czechs. And this is in the air. There's a man out there. He'll just cut it off. Oh, a bit of a fumble. And just be a run.
Yeah, slight touch the fumbles out on the boundary line, but no chance for a second one. That'll be the end of the 8th, 77 for 1 after 8, with the Austrians pretty much dictating terms at the moment as the drinks are being run onto the field for the players.
Yeah, it'll be looks like it's Navid Ahmed who'll take over the bowling at this Banks end from Sajid Bhuyan, who did okay, just 1 over for 8, but they need a wicket and they're going to go to their experienced spin bowler.
Yeah, the partnership is 54 off 32. This needs to be broken if the Czechs are going to get a little bit of confidence back into containing the Austrians, because at the moment they're motoring along very nicely.
It is. Sazib will continue. My apologies. I saw the helmet being run out. In fact, it was Sonny there with the helmet, who's now run the helmet back off. So there might have been a change of mind. I saw the skipper chatting to Navid Ahmed. Maybe the next over, I'd say.
And hopefully we'll see Sonny Clefane in the team tomorrow.
It's a bit of a chat here with the umpires. Not sure what it's about.
Yeah.
The skipper's out there, so he's getting obviously the direction. Not really sure what's going on. Not sure if the batting team can get warned for time. I don't think it's a time issue. I don't know. Well,
yeah, we'll try and find out. But yeah.
This one's been hit beautifully through the covers, and that's 4 runs. Lovely shot there from Mirza. Just a bit overpitched from Sazib. And they need a wicket here, the Czechs. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty comfortable if these two stay in for any great length of time. Much like the opening partnership between Dylan Steyn and Savawun Divisi. This is looking pretty good for the Austrians.
It's looking ominous.
Ominous.
Quite ominous. There's that word again. Not anonymous, but ominous. Mirza in really good touch.
I'm not sure if they're running on the pitch or what the story is, but they're
now that is interesting.
having
Yeah.
another chat. Not sure what that's about. Very experienced umpires, these two, and it's. Well, I'm not sure what he's indicated. Here comes Bhuyan again. That's a full toss outside off stump. Going to be called a wide, bit loose from the bowler. And Bhuyan, he'll need a wicket. It's looking a bit flat at the moment for the Czechs. They need to pick things up, make something happen. It's been hit a long way, right in the slot. Mirza holds the pose, been smashed for 6. Lovely shot there from Mirza. And the Austrians looking good. The Czechs, they'd be pretty happy with their total of 182, but they're making short work of it at the moment, the Austrians. And Mirza moves on to 49, for only 23 balls. And skipper having a chat to his bowler, telling him don't bowl it in that slot, because otherwise he'll do that again. You need much bigger boundaries to be able to catch that. Oh, this one's been hit in the air, could be out. And it's Smith Patel who's under it, and he knocks it over the boundary for 6. Well, misjudged it slightly. Got under it, never really got settled. And that's a lifeline there for Mirza, and that's his 50. Very well batted by Mirza, very, very dangerous man. Kept on going. And Smith Patel, he's normally very good under the high ball, but this wind is swirling. Difficult catch. Just kept on going, and he was close to the boundary. Here comes Bhuyan again, and called a wide. Well, that's what we're getting at the moment. Wides or 6s from Bhuyan. So there have to be a change from that end as well. Not sure who's going to turn to. Arun, maybe take the pace off a bit.
Oh, swing and a miss there from Mirza. He's well-deserved half century there. Just want to jump in and give him my pat on the back. A brilliant, aggressive innings, which is what the Austrians would have wanted to start the match with. Again, reasserting their authority. And Danny, I just had a quick chat to the third umpire. There was just a lull there, so I had a quick chat. The umpires were conferring because there was a lot of substitutes running out drinks and hats and equipment out to the guys, and the Austrians were asked to cease doing that. And they were given a warning.
Ooh, okay.
And obviously we saw there Richard Ames, the umpire, just give a little nod towards Arun to say, that's what I've done. I've given him a warning, just so you're aware.
And another wide. Bujan is just losing his direction. It's all too easy at the moment for the Austrians.
It's looking like the Czechs are feeling a little bit rattled, possibly.
Oh, they are. I mean, Bujan, every time he puts it near the stumps, he gets smashed for 6. There was that drop catch. That would have been very, very handy for the Czechs. Tough catch out there. There's Bujan again. Slower ball, much better bowling. That's the end of a pretty savage over by the Austrians. Bujan, in fact, I think he might have one ball left.
One to come, yep.
It's going for about 14 and over. Don't think he's getting another one after this. Be interesting to see who they bowl. This is hit straight. Didn't quite time it. Davisi's coming around. They'll come back for 2. Shigiwal does very well. He's running to the danger end. So good over there for the Austrians.
Very good over. Brings the score up to 97 for 1 after 9 overs. Well over halfway to their target and not halfway through their overs. So they are ahead of the run rate. They're currently going at just over 10, and the required run rate is now slipped below 8, now down to 7.6 required and over. Still 9 wickets in hand, chasing this score of 183.
Well, they need wickets. They need the big man Mirza. They also need Shigiwal because he can accelerate as well. He's the class batsman in this lineup for Austria.
Yeah, a couple of wickets will put the brakes on, because at the moment the bowling is getting savaged, absolutely savaged.
Well, here's a good move. It's Navid Ahmed, very experienced. Take the pace off the ball a bit.
Yeah, I think it's a good move.
So it's I think, as I mentioned, I think the Czechs are down a bowler, an opening bowler. I'm not sure if Mataranga's the right way to go for the future of the Czech team. Definitely Fahad is coming in. I know there's a couple of big names coming into the Czech lineup next year. I've been discussing. This one's a bit of a full toss. Got away with it. Dylan staying out there. They'll just take one. But I'm going to bring Mirza on strike. But yeah, a couple of good bowlers coming in next year. But for the Czech team, I think they're just down a pace bowler. Fahad will bring that in the qualifiers. Oh, it's a bit short. This is in the air, and it's Ashokan under it, and he takes a catch. It's a big wicket. Instant success for Navid Ahmed. Bit of a false shot. Bit short there from the bowler. A big Mirza has to go with a very, very good innings of 57 off 27. It's a big breakthrough for the Czech Republic, Phil.
Massive breakthrough. Wow, they had to wait a long time to get that breakthrough as well. That was a partnership of 76 runs of 38 deliveries. That's going at double time. That was a fantastic partnership. Could it be a match-winning partnership, or is this the moment where the game turns again? Well, very dangerous. Mirza on his way back. He's walking very slowly. You feel he had more in the tank to give, but yeah, Navid Ahmed with a breakthrough there, which was so needed by the Czechs. That door is opened again for the Czechs to come in.
Sahil Bowman is the new batsman, and I think it's on the shoulders of the skipper Ramzal Shigiwal. He's as I said, the class batsman in this lineup. He's going at over a run a ball, 23 off 17 at the moment, but he's very capable of pumping up the run rate. He'll be facing Navid Ahmed, who's taken that wicket. Big breakthrough for the Czechs.
Yeah, that could be a bit of a turning point here. New batsman to the crease now. Yeah, as you say, Rasmo will shoulder a lot of responsibility from this point onwards. We know he can accelerate. We know he's a class act. Let's see if the Czechs can capitalise on that wicket.
Here comes Ahmed bowling to Shigawal. Stanley side, didn't bounce much. Squeezed down to Dylan Stain at the deep square leg boundary. And left-handed Momin, Ahmed will come around the wicket to him. That right-hand, left-hand combination will cause a little bit of havoc in the Czechs lineup. Comes Ahmed as well again. And just neatly played, actually. Chance for a run out. And nice pick up and throw there from Ashokan, the skipper. Let's hit out to him. He's at that short mid-wicket area. Hit straight to him. Sent back by Shigewal was Momin.
Yeah, Momin would not want to be running out his skipper at this part of the game.
It'd be an uncomfortable conversation.
Yes, it's a difficult ride back to the hotel on the bus after that happens, I tell you. It's even more difficult when you're at the bar and you're trying to say whose shout it is.
There's just a single out there too. Yeah, the covers. Brings Shigewal back on strike. They want this man as well. Been a good over so far from Ahmed. Picking up a vital wicket. Been nice and tight as well. Just played respectfully.
Very watchful there, wasn't he? I think he knows the importance of his own wicket now.
Well, Navid Ahmed's been the one of the top wicket takers in the Czech Republic for many, many years, consistently getting wickets at domestic level and also for the national team. Normally when he gets wickets, he normally gets he gets them in a clump, does Navid Ahmed. I'll want that. That's a very good over. Big wicket and only 3 from it.
Lovely over.
The run rate creeping back over 8.
Lovely over from Navid Ahmed there.
And, well, going with twin spin. And it'll be Aaron Ashokan. He's a bit better than a part-timer, Ashokan. He's a good bowler.
He didn't have a bowl yesterday against Luxembourg, and I kind of felt that, well, I think we both kind of felt he didn't need to, because there was they'd had so much pressure on the Luxembourg batsman, he just didn't feel the need to come on himself. This time round, though, I think he's recognised that spin is probably going to be the answer here.
Mm-hmm.
Slow the ball up, force the batsman to make the play.
Yeah, he's got plenty of protection on the boundary as well. As long as they can hold the catches. It is very breezy here again.
Yeah, that wind's picking up again, isn't it?
In Vinor, in Prague. Here comes Ashokan. And low full toss. Hit out towards Dylan Stain. But don't think they'll go for 2 on his arm.
Yeah, the infield on the onside is pretty vacant for the left-hander. So you chip it out to the boundary. There's a single for all day there. But as you say, Danny, Dylan Stain, boundary rider, you're not going to chance on his arm.
Well, plenty of singles. They can't get there with singles, but all they need is a boundary and over. The Austrians, and they're very capable of accelerating. They're over the 100 now. They need 81 to win. In fact, 80 to win. Comes Ashokan again. Spin. Head out to the deep. Get to that man Stain. Just a single. So the runner ball won't get them there, but it'll get them closer. This one's mishit. It's going to just bounce in front of the fielder, and he's let it go past him. That's Ahmed down there. And it'll come back for 2. It's worthwhile going for that catch.
Yeah, he looked like he was in 2 minds there. They come forward for the catch or get something behind it, and he didn't manage to do either.
Big Dan Casey there, Dan Zilla. He's helping fixing the noise in the tent. Man of many talents is Dan Casey.
He's even just offered me free lunch. He's a good man, Dan Casey. He's a good man.
Was that the curry from Mazadar there, Phil?
He did offer me the curry, but I actually brought my lunch from home today.
Ah.
I've gone healthy with some grilled chicken wraps.
Well, you missed out on that curry. It's just delicious.
That's right. I might have a curry for dinner tonight.
And Ashokan, he's keeping the runs down as well. Bowling nicely. Bowling the left-hander. Tucks it around the corner. They'll look for 2. They might get it actually. It's a good pick up and throw. Gone to the keeper's end and comfortably back in the end.
Yeah, unfortunately Dylan Stone had to come in a long way, probably halfway from the boundary to field that, because there's no infielder on that leg side for the left-hander, and it was pushed out with not enough power for Dylan to field it cleanly. Close to the boundary where he was to rifle it in, so it was always going to be 2.
Pretty good start there from Ashokan. 8 from the over. That'll be Naveed Ahmed to continue, no doubt, from the Zamek end, the Chateau end.
Still carrying on at 10 and over with 110 on the board. 2 wickets down in end of the 11th. Still a bit of work to be done though.
Spins hit straight, the player under it, and he will drop it. Good effort. It's right near the boundary. They'll come back for 2. It was Sabun Davisi down there. Tough chance. I think he saved 4 runs, to be honest. Would have been a nice wicket to take.
I think he's indicating that maybe it was moving a little bit as the ball was coming down. The wind is picking up and dropping at various times here. It's a bit all over the place.
It's a difficult catch, but it should have really been taken at that on this level. It's a couple of catches gone down for the Czechs. This one's just chipped over the top. Just be a single. Picked up by Smith Patel. Interesting thing, Phil, I don't remember a caught behind yet in this tournament.
I haven't seen one yet either.
And
no.
In the ECN games we saw about a month ago, there were so many caught behinds. Just within each innings, there were multiple caught behinds. I just haven't seen one yet. This one's hit firmly to Ashokan, who sits on it. And it's no run. Hit firmly by Shigiwal. Couldn't find the gap.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting observation, Danny. Yeah, no caught behinds yet. Some good wicket keeping so far in the tournament, I've got to say. A lot of runs been saved. But yeah, no catch has been taken. No catch has really been on offer either.
Horse is in the air. Player under it, still on staying. He should take it. It's judging it, and he takes the catch. No, he doesn't.
He's on the boundary
Stepped
line.
over the boundary.
Oh,
not happy with himself. Well, it's another let off for Shigiwal. It's 2. It's twice he's been dropped this. Well, he's not really been dropped. I guess he was caught, but stepped over the boundary to Dylan Stain. Just kept on going with the wind.
Yeah, I think the wind got a little hold of that, and Dylan knew it.
He's not happy. It's another let off for Shigiwal. This one's hit straight. Should just be a single. And Naveed Ahmed is making it happen. This is exactly the type of spell they needed, the Czechs. Put a bit of pressure on Shigiwal. It'll be a big wicket if they can get him, the Czechs. He's dropped by Davisi straight. Again, very difficult with his high balls, with the ball swirling around in this wind. That's a nice shot. It's been cut off very well there by the skipper Ashokan. No run.
Yeah, got across very quickly there. Very good work there by skipper.
So, at the end of the over, 12 overs gone. And 119 for 2. Run rate required still 8. 8 and over. It's very gettable for the Austrians. They only lost 2 wickets as well. If the Czechs could get, especially the big wicket of Shigiwal, and well, Momin is looking good, very correct, going at a runner ball.
Danny, what do you think? My gut feeling so far is I reckon this is going to go down to the last over.
It's going to get very close to the last over. There might be just that one big over for either team, and I think that'll decide it. If the Austrians can hit a big 20-run over, and then that might be a significant turning point. But the Czechs as well, if they can get these wickets, especially the one of Shigiwal, it'll turn in their favour. But yeah, it'll be a very close finish. 2 very evenly matched sides, to be honest.
Yeah, very evenly matched.
When you look at the rankings, it should be a fairly comfortable win for the Austrians, but it's not. This one's hit out. Should be 2. Come back for a second. Moment looking very good. The left-hander, very correct. It's a Shokin. There's 8 off the first over. It's about the run rate they need. The the Austrians. Not sure who he'll turn to. These bowling options. This one's in the air. It should be caught. Well, maybe not. It's right in the middle of three of them. And that's unfortunate. A bit of a full shot for Moment. First one we've seen from him. And was Tree, he was running away from it, and Smith Patel couldn't make it in. Subwin Divisi was in the hunt as well, but it landed right in the middle of all three of them.
Right in the middle of no man's land. It basically bisected the Bermuda Triangle right there. No chance.
This one's in the air as well. It might go all the way. And that is 6 runs. Right in the slot there from the skipper.
That's a sweet shot, that one.
So, who are they going to turn to? Divisi might be a good option to bowl. He's very much a pressure player. He's Subwin Divisi after his 100. Could be called on.
Yeah,
From that, Riddick Tomar hasn't bowled.
Riddick hasn't bowled. Yeah, we talked about the medium paces, whether Arun would be brave enough to give him a shot.
Well,
He may have to.
Buyan was hit for a few. I think I would turn to the tank. At this stage, they need a wicket. He can make things happen. Bowls with a bit of pace. They do like the pace on the ball. In fact, this partnership is 30 off 21. It's been good cricket shots. Bit of luck there for Shigiwal, though. To be fair, dropped twice in the last over. This one's hit straight. Divisi will pick that up. Just be a single.
That'll be the end of the 13th. 131 on the board, 2 wickets down. Run rate required down to 7.43.
Yeah,
If you've just joined us, you probably think Austria are walking it, but it's still a bit tight.
yeah, it's a good over there for the Austrians. It's 1-3-1 off 13, just going just over 10 and over. Still 7.5 and over-ish. For the Austrians to get, and it's just a little bit easy for them. Navid Ahmed, he's the man most likely for the Czechs. We bowl into Moment, who's looked pretty good. That's just dab down, just for a single. A well run. Shigiwal, be interesting to see what he does here. A boundary and over, plus extras will, like extra little singles, and will get them there, the Austrians, so they don't need to do too much.
Yep.
This one's short. It's been hit out towards that man out there. It's Tomar. Just be a single. Didn't hit it well enough to carry to him.
Yeah, I think Rosmel, his body language is suggesting he should have pierced the gap.
He's living pretty dangerously, actually, as Shigiwal.
He's mowed along to 43 off 29. It's going along very nicely. 3 6s and 2 4s in that score of 43 from the captain.
This one's in the air. It's gone straight, and he won't reach there. Will Smith Patel didn't judge it at all. Then if he'd run in, I think early, he would have probably reached it.
I think Smith's probably wondering when the catch is going to come to him. He's
well, he was too far away from it.
Tantalisingly close, but not close enough. Yeah, agreed.
This one's in the air again, and Divisi have to do a bit of work there, and he will kick it along the boundary, and they'll come back for 2.
And he has kept it in.
Always going to be 2 there, so he did quite well. Could have been 4. Bit of fancy foot fielding. Navid Ahmed, he's got about an over and a bit to get this breakthrough.
He's only gone for 5 off the 4 balls so far, so he's not doing a bad job. Needs to get a couple of dot balls in here at the end.
This is in the air again. Smith Patel, he will take this one. That's a big wicket.
Massive wicket.
Shigiwal is gone. He's been living dangerously for the last couple of overs. Gave a few chances, and that was nicely taken by Smith Patel. It's a big, big wicket in the context of this game.
Well, I asked the question about Smith. I said he's probably wondering when the next catch is coming, and a couple of balls later, he pouches one. Well taken catch, well judged. There is a bit of wind out here today, folks. It does move around a bit when it's in the air. Great catch, big wicket. That could be a bit of a match-changing wicket right there.
Yeah, it's a big, big wicket. Salomon knows doing okay. He's going about to run a ball. And as we said before, Mark Simpson Parker unless he's called on to bat. Probably won't bat in this innings with his hand injury, but it does bring out the new batsman. It'll be Akib Iqbal. And we'll see what the middle order of this Austrian team has. They lost a couple of wickets yesterday to Luxembourg, and we'll see another breakthrough there for Ahmed, who's been fantastic. And that's a very big player for the Czech Republic. Just taking the pace off the ball, and they're trying to hit big. Don't think they needed that, the Austrians, but that's what the batsmen have opted to do. Here comes Ahmed. He'll be bowling to the left-hander. Moment. Oh, good ball. Watchfully onto the bat.
Well,
the end of a very good over there from Naveed Ahmed. Big wicket of Shigewal.
he finished that over in style, didn't he? He picked up a wicket and got us a dot ball. That's wonderful bowling.
It'll be interesting to see if Ashkan will continue here. And he'll want to keep it nice and tight.
Yeah, 6 overs to go, and 47 runs needed for the Austrians to take the victory. That's a run rate of 7.83. They're going along at 9.7. But with Shigewal now back in the shed, let's see how we go.
Bit of a wave there from Riddick Tomar, the tank. He
He's
hasn't bowled yet.
That man's always got a smile on his face.
He does.
Except when he goes out cheap.
Yeah, he wasn't real happy.
He didn't look happy today, did he?
No, not happy at all.
No.
So the Czechs only playing one game today, so they'll have a bit of rest this afternoon.
Well, that's probably why he was smiling.
Riddick's asking us if we want to get out of our way.
Is he one of the nicest guys you ever met? He actually turned to us and said, "God, should I move to the left or right?" I mean, he's a top bloke.
Much appreciated.
Really
The
appreciate
catch
it.
doesn't go down on his left-hand side, though.
And he hits it to the left of Riddick, who has to go back to where he was.
That's a good throw in, but
Ooh.
always two in that. Well run there by Iqbal.
Sharper throw would have had the batsman under a lot more pressure there.
Yeah, Moment, a good batsman as well. He's hasn't hit a boundary yet. He's going on ones and twos. Let's just dab down. Just be a single. Keeping it nice and tight is Ashokan. But I think they need Moment. He is just poking it round. Bring Iqbal on strike. Lots of men on the boundary waiting for a catch. Be snaffled. It is very difficult with the wind blustering around. You can see the dandelions flying in front of us. That's just turned around the corner. In fact, it was a bit straighter.
Yeah, dot ball there. Valuable.
Yeah, Shokin picks up his own crumbs. The Richmond win, by the way.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to check.
Yeah.
Oh, I was too busy chatting with Saba during the innings break.
Yeah, you got a good congratulations from me as well. Batted very well, Saba. It's good to see him back.
Yeah, definitely.
That's an interesting move. We've got a short cover and a short mid-wicket in to cut off the singles. Really good move there from Oshokin. It's a bit full. It's gone right to that man Davisi, who's a short cover. It's a good move. It's right in the player's eye lines. Also cuts off the singles.
A lovely flight. Tossed it up for him.
It's been cut away. That's going to go for 4. I think. Oh, maybe not.
Nah, he'll overhaul that.
That's it'll be 2. Thought he got a bit more of that. Got past Samira Mataranga there, and
Yeah,
just held up a little bit on this lush outfield.
Just a bit too much width there from Ashokan. Still, it's the end of a pretty good over. Pretty tight. That went for 6. 142 for 3 after 15. 5 overs to go. 41 runs needed for the Austrians to take the win. And I still reckon this is going to go down to the last over.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's looking pretty good.
5 overs left. They still need 8 and over. It's just crept up over 8 and over.
Just over 8 over now. Yep. Another couple of tight overs and the pressure's straight back on the Austrian batsmen. I mean, I'm sure the pressure's on all of them out there right now. They probably know exactly how poised this game is. It's almost parity for me. It's almost where you want it in the last couple of overs for a thriller.
Comes Naveed Ahmed. Well, I think the bail fell off there. As you can see, it's pretty blustery.
We had to have the bails removed yesterday at one point where it really picked up. And it's just gusting a little bit now.
The bail's just fallen off again. I'm sure they'll take the bails off in a moment. We'll see. It's fallen off again. They're just going to take the bails off.
Yeah, I'm seeing a bit of dark skies on the horizon. I think it's just a bit of weather. It's pushing. It's not rain. It's just a bit of weather in the distance, and it's obviously pushing the wind through. It might pass us in the next 20 minutes though. But
Nice.
yeah, I think the bail should come off.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they've got the heavy bails out there at all. There's the option of that, but he will take the bails off. So, Naveed Ahmed will continue, bowling to the left-handed Momin. This is hit in the air, just going to that man, Dylan Stain, who's done good work out there on the patrolling the boundary. He's pretty quick, got a good arm, good set of hands as well. That'll bring Iqbal on to strike.
Just take this opportunity to say hello to everyone in the chat. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're enjoying the coverage here. Give us a wave. Tell us where you're from. Always good to see the chat community there getting along, having a good talk about the game.
Yeah, if there are any Czech supporters lurking as well, I'm sure quite a few people will be watching this game from the Czech Republic. This one's turned around the corner, and it'll be Tree. He'll pick it up. Just be a single. Naveed Ahmed. He is slowing things down a lot for the Austrians, but I guess he's his final over, Naveed. Oh, it's a good ball. Big shout. Looked pretty good from here, but we don't have the best angle. Chris Tebb, though, he said no. Might have hit him outside the line. He's bowling from around the wicket to his Naveed Ahmed to the left-hander. This is hit in the air. Smed Patel is coming forward. He won't get there. Just bounces in front of him and they'll get two. That's unfortunate. Made pretty good ground to get there. Might have seen it a little bit late. Bit of a life there for Momin, who's trying to make things happen. Not as dynamic a hitter maybe as some of the other boys at the top of the over, or the innings I should say. This one's hit towards the boundary.
Just the single there, I think.
Just the single. Now the run rate creeping up. It's about 8.5 and over.
36 off 25. Last ball of the over coming up. Last ball for Naveed.
It's been a good spell. He'd love another wicket. Top ball will be almost as important though.
Dot ball will be massive.
Oh, big charge.
There he goes. Dot ball. Well bowled.
Very good spell from Naveed. Taking 2 wickets, and they were big wickets as well. So 2 for 22 off his 4 overs for Naveed Ahmed.
2 for 22 says Richie Benno.
2 for 22.
That's a 2 for 22, folks. You heard it right. Yeah, wonderful spell bowl there from Naveed. Bowled very well. 2 extremely important wickets. Run rate creeps up to 9 and over. That's 4 overs to come. 36 runs needed.
Mm-hmm.
That's still obviously a fighting chance for both sides there to take the victory. It is going to go very close to that final ball, I reckon. And just a reminder that people who might be used to a T10 competition watching that, there is no golden ball. There is a super over in the case of a draw, which would be very interesting. I've never been in the presence of a super over, but the chances that, who knows, there's still a bit of cricket to play. 4 overs to come.
It's nicely played out into the offside. Man out there. Oh, it's gone through him, and that's 4 runs. The big man Sudesh got a bobble, didn't get his body behind it, and that's loose from the Czechs.
Oh, that could be critical. That's not a way that Aaron would want to start his over.
Well, that's what they need. the Austrians. They need at least a boundary and over. This one's hit in the air, and it's just over the man there, Tree. Couldn't get there, just be a single. It's living pretty dangerously is Sahil Momin. Got a pretty lucky 4 on the previous ball.
Oh, heart in his throat there for a moment, I reckon.
It'll be Shokin to continue, this time to Iqbal. Gives it plenty of flight. And just be a single down there at Smith Patel. Fumbles a little bit.
Smart play from Iqbal just to chip it down the ground for that single.
Yeah, look, just
get his man Momin back on strike, who seems to be the playmaker.
If they can keep the boundaries down the Czechs, they'll be. Well, that one's been smashed at the man at point, and they'll look for 2, and they'll get it comfortably. Again, it was just bounced in front of him.
Gee, it's just not going the Czechs' way in this over, is it?
No, it's just a bit of loose fielding.
Austria capitalising there on that loose fielding.
Shokin again. It's cut away. Another chance for a run out, and it's Buyan who's misfielded again. Cost him an extra run. There's a chance for a run out. He attacked it, but just couldn't pick the ball up. And it's almost time to move him from that position.
Ooh. Gee, you know, it's really the pointy end of the innings, and this is the time when you don't want those mistakes. Arun, the skipper, will be ropeable with that.
It's cost him a few runs. Cost him 6 on my books so far this over. 6 more than it should have.
Yep.
Oh, squeezed out there by the batsman.
Batsmen are going to run on anything. They need to be up for that because there's not too many close-in fielders. And that over from Arun has, I reckon, gone for about 11, I think it was in the end. Yeah, he's going to be very upset about that.
Yeah, it's very good over there for the Austrians. Pumping up to that score. Still all to do though. Only 3 overs left. Current run rate 9.29 required. Still just over 8. Phil, it's going to be a good finish.
Well, yeah, I mean, only 3 wickets down, but you know these guys are running really well between the wickets. They're getting their 1s and 2s, and if the occasional boundary on that is coming in every over, they will get this in the last over. The Czechs, they need to be smarter. They need to be stronger in the field, and maybe everyone needs to have a look at his field placements as well because they are picking up these 1s and 2s a little bit easy for mine.
It'll be interesting to see who Owen bowls from this end. I think he should turn to Riddick Tomar. He might go to Sabu and Davisi, but it'll be Tripurari Kanyalal will be taking another over. He's got 1 over left. He's gone for 9 and over, has Tree, but not against these 2. And they might find him tricky. Mistime that. Just be a single. A bit short there from Tree, but didn't get onto it. Did Momin bring Iqbal on strike, who's 5 off 7.
Yeah, they want
tense game.
They want to get a couple of dot balls against Iqbal, try to keep him on strike, keep Momin away. On the other hand, Iqbal will be looking for that quick single, maybe just dropping it at his feet, just maybe on the onside. There's no one in close on the onside.
Tree bowling again. Just dab down. There's a bit of a gap there. They should come back for 2. Sudeshu. It's a bit of foot fielding. And there's 2 runs. They're not the same as what Mirza and Shigual were. They're not as dynamic, these 2, but they're pushing the ball around, getting the odd boundary. There is a big gap behind square. There's a man, Navid Ahmed, on 45, but there's big gap either side of him on the leg side. And he's got him! Tree gets his first international wicket.
Oh, congratulations,
and
Tree.
that's Akib Iqbal plays on, and that's a big wicket again for the Czech Republic. And a dot ball as well. So
important dot ball, really important dot ball. Mehir Chima comes out, the wicket keeper. He's going to try and see the Austrians through over the line.
He's a pretty decent batsman, is Chima as well. Can hit the ball long. And Tree, you'll be buoyed by that.
Very buoyed by that.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah, that's a big shout out to Tree for his big first wicket. 22 runs still needed off 15 deliveries. Still got 3 balls to come in this over. New batsman at the crease. Czechs find that door has just been left open again for them.
Yeah, still very much in the balance this game.
Oh, this is going to be it already is a cracking finish, and I reckon the next 2 overs are going to be the same.
This Tree bowling to Chima. Bit short, and just got past that man.
So
and that's
close.
4 runs. That's a nice shot. Wow. Just a bit short. It was dabbed down there. Sudesh couldn't get to it. And that's a good 4 runs there for Austria. Creeping closer to this total. 4 wickets down.
18 or 14 needed, that boundary. Ooh, that's swung the pendulum yet again. What an exciting finish we got here.
What's happening? I think for the bail. Oh, that's it. The bails are on. That's why. The bails are off at the bowler's end. Has to be at the striker's end as well. Because this breeze has been quite difficult for fielders out there. Comes Tree again. And straight back to the bowler. Good bowling.
That's a better ball.
You see what Chima wants to do. He wants to hit it hard. He wants to hit it into about the cow corner area.
Yeah, he was looking to work it onto the onside.
Oh, it's a quick work and it's out.
Oh.
Another wicket there for Tree. Great work. Super quick there from Ushan.
Chima is in a state of disbelief as he slowly gets to his feet. Oh, that's a cracking bit of work there.
That's
lovely.
That's the first time you've seen Ushan take a stumping, Phil. He is super quick behind the stumps.
He was lightning fast. Lightning fast. I'd say he took the bails off quickly, but there's no bails to speak of. He broke the wickets so quickly. Chima could not have been more than a foot out of his crease. Didn't even look like getting back in time. Ushan, lightning.
That was very, very good work there from the keeper. And really good spell from Tree. 2 for 34 off his 4 overs and getting wickets at the vital time for the Czechs.
Yeah, that last over he picked up 2 wickets. He went for 7 runs. Probably gutted he had that boundary come off his over in that just after he got the wicket, but he got his revenge with a dot ball and then the wicket of Chima.
Well, this is interesting. It will be Riddick Tomar to bowl from this bank's end. You want to keep it nice and tight. New batsman is Jawid Zadran, who went for 50 off his 3 overs. He'll want to make up a little bit for that to try to get the Austrians over the line.
And Danny, the weather watch is telling us there's a light shower just coming across us right now. With 2 overs to go. It's not heavy.
We're not going to get the paperwork out yet, I hope.
Oh, could you imagine at this point of the game? The required run rates and the run rates on are so close together. I'd hate to do a DLS calculation right now.
Oh, it's a nice shot. Punch through to the boundary. That's 4 runs. Lovely shot there for Moment. Just off the back foot. Nice cover drive. And that's it's a good start there for Moment. And the tank Riddick Tomar just giving him a bit too much width.
Well, Moment is their man.
He's a class batsman, is Moment. Good with the ball too. Comes Tomar again. Bit full. Hit away.
Tries to catch it, but there's no one out there.
A lot of work there for Ashokan. That's good quick throw in. Oh, tell you what.
Dodgy 3rd run possibly? No.
That was
never on.
Jawid Zadran. He wanted it. His batting partner didn't though.
Man, he wasn't going anywhere.
It's been a good over here so far for the first 2 balls for Austria. Getting towards his total. And it's his hit past the fielder again, and that's 4 runs again. Lovely shot. Wow. They took the pace off the ball. Moment didn't quite time it throughout the slow bowlers. You can see he likes the quickies. That was beautifully hit. Over pitched by Tomar. It's an expensive over already. So they're going to have to plug these gaps.
He's gone for 10 off his first 3, Danny. 8 needed off 9 balls. This is well and truly in Austria's favour now.
It is. Required run rate just 5 and over. And this is in the air. Player coming forward, player coming back. Neither of them could get it. And fell right in the middle of them. Happened a couple of times for the Czechs.
It has.
So far in this innings. Make your own luck. That'll be Riddick Tomar, the tank. He'll be bowling to the right-hander.
Riddick's next 2 balls are so important. They got to take this into the last over. There's a handful of runs needed. 7 needed off 8. They got to take this into the last.
Here comes Tomar as the sun comes back out. It's hit straight down the ground. Stain, they'll look for 2. I don't think they'll get there.
They won't.
And this is going to be... Oh!
So close.
If Tomar had taken it...
He couldn't take it cleanly and break the stumps. I thought Dylan's throw was actually on.
It's a good
That's
throw.
Great play from Dylan.
In the end, it just would have been a wicket in March because they still took the run.
Yep.
So it'll bring the dangerous Moment back on strike. It's been very impressive. Tomar doesn't want to overpitch. And he does overpitch. This is in the air. Player coming around. It's Smith Patel. And it's gone over his head. And that's almost the game, I think. It's going to be 4.
It's 4.
Smith Patel not having the greatest game with the hands out there.
Not, is he?
It's the second one he's put down. It's cost him 10 runs as well. So I think they're pretty much home here, the Austrians. It's disappointing over. And the Czechs, the wheels have fallen off a little bit. So it'll probably be Sudesh to finish up this innings, and it will be. It'll be Zadran to face. They need to bring the field in.
The Czechs aren't asking much from Sudesh. They just need a maiden. A
maiden would be fantastic.
They just need a maiden. That's all they need in this last over for the Czechs to take the victory.
Well, I think Austria are home. It's been a good effort from the Czechs, but expensive over there, and some very good batting from Shahil Momin. They know they're in a game here, the Austrians, though.
Right.
And they'll be playing each other again tomorrow, Phil.
Oof. That'll be a cracker. The return match. I got to say, Riddick will be inconsolable after this.
Yeah, he will be.
That over, that's got to hurt him. It's got to hurt the team.
Yeah, the catches win matches. The old cliche.
This has been a cracker of a game. Really good game.
A really good game. It's come down to the last over.
The field are all up. I can't see who's. Is there anyone back on the offside? I can't see around the corner of the tent.
No one. No one's a third man. So
the field's up.
You'll have to keep it straight here, Sudesh. And he's got a wicket. That's one down.
That's one down.
So
well,
bit of a twist in the tail, maybe.
Well,
it's a big swing and a miss there from the batsman. Pressure's on, and it'll be Abdullah Abkajan to come in. Bowled pretty well. Didn't play yesterday. He'll be playing 2 games probably today for the Austrians, and he'll be under a little bit of pressure. He'll want to get Moment on strike, but that's the difficult thing at the moment. The whole field up, and I'm sure they'll be trying for a run out at Moment's end if Abkajan can get something on this ball. Surely it's over here. Surely the Austrians are going to win. Still need 2 runs.
Just got to pierce the gap on either side.
2 left-handers out there at the moment. And that could be... Oh, they're going to get a leg by. Big appeal.
Scores a level.
Brings Moment on strike. And they have to really bring the field in. Oh, unlucky. It's a big appeal. Not given by the umpires. Umpires done a very good job again. And surely the Austrians are home. Short. Good ball.
Looking at the square umpire, make sure that wasn't too short. No, dot ball.
A few more of those would be great. It's got 3 more to come.
3 to come. Jeez, if you're Sadesh, what are you thinking the next ball's going to be?
A dot.
It's got to be so on the money.
This is hit over the top, and that's the game.
That's it.
Well done. Very well batted by Shahil Momin. Just misses out on his 50, but I don't think he'll mind. It's a very good game between these two. Very evenly matched sides, I think. And victory for Austria. Disappointment for the Czechs, but they'll have a lot to think about overnight.
So
take a break this
close.
afternoon. Great game by the Austrians, and it was that opening partnership, or the first wicket partnership, I think, between Mirza and Shigiwal that really pushed them through, and then a very, very good innings by Sahil Momin at the end. They had their chances, the Czechs.
They
Dropped
did.
a few catches, a couple of missed fields as well, and they'll be disappointed, but they'll look at how to improve for tomorrow.
Yeah, really disappointed they will be. Felt that things were not going well when Mirza and Shigiwal were in full flight, and the game started to be taken away from them. The run rate was pushing 10 and even upwards from there. 1 wicket down, I think, at the halfway stage throughout the innings. The 2 batsmen looked on song. It looks like they were going to carry it all the way through. Then a breakthrough came, and then another breakthrough came, and suddenly the Czechs had their backs up, up and about. The middle order was exposed in the Austrian team, but Momin stuck around and stuck to the plan. As the 2 Austrian batsmen walk off the field, the team are probably actually sighing a bit of relief there that they've managed to pull off the win with, I think in the end it was a couple of balls to spare.
Yeah, there were 2 balls left.
2 balls left in the innings. Such a close game.
Yeah, look, it was the overs from Naveed Ahmed that clamped things down and got them back into the game, the Czechs.
Yeah, Naveed bowled well.
Couldn't do it. Riddick Tomar over pitching a bit, and Moomin liked the pace on the ball. He hit a couple of cracking 4s, 16 off that over, and that really changed things. So, but a lot of pride, I think, in the Czechs. They are ranked about 12 rankings points behind, or places behind the Austrians.
That's right.
The Austrians definitely know they were in a game, and it's, as I said, it's very, very little between these 2 teams. So, Phil, what are we looking forward to after this? 3 o'clock start.
We have a 3 o'clock game coming up. That's Austria against Luxembourg. Luxembourg, who came off 2 losses yesterday, probably spent the night last night, this morning, having a lot of talk about what's to be done, a lot of talk about how they're going to recover, how they're going to approach the game. This is going to be a good test for them, a test of character as well. Obviously, we've just seen a dominant Austrian team take out the Czech team with 2 balls to spare. Such a close game. Really feel for the Czech boys there, but the Austrian team get the win. They're second of their tournament. They'll be sitting top of the ladder, of course. Luxembourg, next match with them. It's going to be a really good test, I think. I think we're going to see a rejuvenated Luxembourg. I think we're going to see a very focused team as well. Looking forward to that. That starts at 3 o'clock after our lunch break.
Yeah, look, I think it's going to be a really good game. And you're right, Luxembourg last year did the same thing. They lost their first 2 games and then came back and won 2. So we'll see what happens. They're a good plucky team, the Luxembourg side, and we're going to have a good tussle later on, starting at 3 o'clock against Austria. Phil?
Danny, before we go, one question for you. Who's your man of the match?
My man of the match? Oh, that's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
I think...
I would still give it to Saba.
I mean, he did hit 100, and he was the only batsman really, apart from Dylan Steyn, to get into double figures for the Czechs. He really did get them back in there. Mirza, I think, Hassan Mirza did very well. Moment
He
at the
set
end.
the tone, didn't he, Mirza?
Yeah, absolutely. Moment at the end, Shigiwal, but
It's a tough one.
Probably say that Sawun Davisi was the man of the match, but